Yeah, the podcast hit 100 views for the first time. Episode 29 hit 100 views.
Rachel! Why'd you say that name?
I think I could be Batman, guys. What do you guys think? I think I could be Batman.
I'm Batman.
I don't even know if you guys can hear me through this mask. I hope you guys are able to hear me, but yeah, I fucking love this thing.
Swear to me!
Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Magic Girl, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And welcome to episode 30 of Coffee and Toys here on the CoolFigurez channel. And before we get into it, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for the amazing support on the previous episode. 100 views for the first time. Amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to talk Coffee and Toys Live, the future of Coffee and Toys Live, this week's toy haul, obviously, this week's toy news, and so much more. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunching them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button? And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and hit that bell notification icon so you stay notified when I do upload new content. If you do enjoy this video or any other videos that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. With all of that out of the way, guys, once again, welcome to episode 30 of Coffee and Toys here on the CoolFigurez channel. And once again, guys, like I said in the opening, thank you so much to each and every single one of you that supported the last episode of Coffee and Toys. It really blew me away. Thank you so much to each and every single one of you. And thank you to all the new subscribers that have also come. I really do appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the content that I put out. So with that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and talk about this week's Coffee and Toys Live, which has to be probably my favorite one that I've done so far. Not only because the guest was amazing, but also because it felt like it was my most natural one. I didn't feel stiff. I didn't feel too nervous. I was a little nervous, I'll admit, but I wasn't too nervous. And I felt like I was looser. I felt like I was a little more, I guess, just relaxed, I guess would be the best word. And I feel like because of all that, it really transpired and showed on camera that I was relaxed and ready and just having fun. And like I said, it did also help that the guest was amazing and offered up many great words of positivity. So of course, if you didn't know already, this week's guest on Coffee and Toys Live was none other than Rocco the Great. If you don't know who Rocco the Great is, look him up on YouTube. He will pop up immediately. He is a great toy hunter. In fact, he's one of the first people that started looking under the shelves, and that's how I personally found him, when his under the shelf toy hunting video blew up. And since then, I've been watching him and following him, and he's turned from just your everyday average toy hunter to now producing his own toys based off his own characters, which he's come up with, which we get into all sorts of detail into during the interview, so you definitely want to check that out at the end of this podcast. But that's just a little tease for this week's interview in Coffee and Toys Live. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit of the future of Coffee and Toys Live. So this coming week, I actually had a guest rescheduled, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to scramble to find someone new to, fill their spot and whatnot. And lo and behold, thankfully, thanks to the great live and Rocco's audience, I actually was able to get a guest while I was doing my show live with Rocco. So next week's guest will be Epic Toy Art from Instagram. We'll be talking all sorts of great stuff about toys, toy photography, toy collecting, so you're going to want to tune into that. But the week after that, 4/13, I will be speaking to Big Nerdy himself from Nerdzoic. We'll be talking all about, once again, toys, toy collecting, and his toy store. So super excited to talk to him. I reached out to him back in like January when I was first starting this podcast, or first starting Coffee and Toys Live, and I reached out to a bunch of people, and a lot of people got back to me and said, I'm kind of busy right now, reach out to me later on in the year, in a few months, in April and stuff. And he was one of those people, and I said, thank you, I really do appreciate it, and I'll get back to you. And I did, and he thankfully had both dates that I offered him available. And so I gave him the first available one And so he will be my guest for 413. Super excited to talk to him because he's another person that I first started watching when I got into collecting again at the beginning of 2020. It's awesome now that I get to have these conversations with these people, and they're great conversations. I've been blessed to be able to speak to some great people on this platform and in this hobby. Everybody that I've reached out to has been gracious, has either told me yes, or I'm kind of busy right now, just reach out to me later. And I really do appreciate it. And I've even had now people come and ask to be on the show, and I really do appreciate that even more, because it's not me going out to them. They want to be on the show. They enjoy the show enough to want to be on the show and talk, and that means so much to me, because like I always say, guys, and you guys are probably tired of hearing me say this, but if it wasn't for you guys, I would just be a grown man talking to myself about toys. So to know that people enjoy my content and enjoy it enough to want to come on it, I really do say that's an honor, and I appreciate it. So thank you so much to Epic Toy Arc for not only coming on to the show next week, but also saving my ass and saving me the hassle and the job of having to find an alternative guest had he not offered to be on the show. So thank you so much. After that, I will be speaking to somewhat of a different type of guest, and that is Joe from Real Shifts. He is Rocco the Great's live stream co-host, and he actually does reviews on movies and stuff, but he does dip a little bit here and there into toys. So I'm looking forward to having a great conversation with him about franchises that make the toys that we love and stuff. I feel like that's how I can spin it to where it's connected to toys and whatnot. So super excited to talk to him. And then after that, May 4th, yes, Star Wars Day, I will be speaking, I guess this is actually pretty fitting, I will be speaking to Can't Kill Chewy. If you don't know who he is a YouTuber here on YouTube. He doesn't post too often anymore, but if you follow him over on Instagram, he will keep you up to date with all the latest pre-orders, releases, in-order stocks, and whatnot. He's kind of like a Toy Shiz and a Yak Face, but for all kinds of franchises and stuff. It's not just strictly Star Wars. So super excited to talk to him, because he's put out some great top 10 lists for Star Wars Black Series figures, and he has some great comedy in him, and I absolutely love his videos, and I can't wait to talk to him. But after that, it will be 427. Once again, there will be no Coffee and Toys Live, because I will be celebrating my 25th birthday on the beautiful island of Maui, and I'm going to be a little busy, so no Coffee and Toys Live on 427. However, it will return May 4th with Can't Kill Chewy. Although the week after Can't Kill Chewy, I have no idea. I have a few names on a list that I need to message and reach out to, and hopefully get them scheduled for those dates. But after Can't Kill Chewy, I don't have any guests scheduled. So once again, if you guys have any guests that you would like to see on Coffee and Toys Live and see me speak to, definitely DM me or leave me comments in the comment section below who you would like me to reach out to. DM me over on Instagram at CoolFigurez, whoever you want me to reach out to and speak to, and I will try my best to get them on the show. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about Coffee and Toys Live this week. Like I said, stay tuned for Rocco the Great's interview later on. Although I do have to say, the download for the live was messed up, and it wasn't playing past a certain point. So I had to go in and screen record from the point that it stopped playing to the end. And that's why there's somewhat of a change in format in the video playback at a certain point, because it went from the download to me actually using a screen recording, and I couldn't get the same format. So you're going to see my username, and I think the heart and stuff like that, and a few little things, but I tried my best to at least put the full interview in this podcast, and it was a great interview, guys. I have to admit, it felt like 10 minutes, and it was like 2.5 hours that went by. So definitely excited to have him back on the show whenever I can. Definitely excited to go on his show whenever I can. So super excited. And honestly, guys, that's the best thing about these Coffee and Toys Live show for me, is that I've been able to connect and, get to talk to these great people in this industry that do different things. I've gone to speak to toy photographers, toy collectors, toy employees, former toy employees, and now Rocco the Great, who is now, I guess, essentially a toy maker, since he has his own toy. He went from a toy hunter to a YouTuber to a toy maker. It's crazy how you see people go and progress in different paths, and I think that's what the great thing is about YouTube and these people that produce content, is that you get to see them grow and change, and I feel like those are the people that really get to catch people's eyes, because they're not stagnant, like these toy photographers like Jason B. Michael, Jason Yang from Work More or Less. they just produce such amazing photography each and every time. It seems like they're stepping up their game. You know, when you look at collectors like the Toy Page, you know, he produces great content, great news, and he always has a great sense of humor about it and great dialogue. And you can even look at the toy employees that I've spoken to, especially with Zach Oath. You know, he mentioned how they're trying to keep the price point at a minimum while still giving you guys, the collectors, what you guys should be getting in those figures. That's what I love about all these content creators that I've spoken to. You know, they're just constantly trying to get better, and that's what makes them successful. You know, I mean, you have, you know, Sir Dork, who went from being a YouTuber to a toy photographer to now having the first ever toy photography con. I mean, that's insane. You know, these people are doing some amazing works, and I'm just happy and pleased that I was able to speak with them about it, and happy that they took time out of their busy day to speak with me about all of that great stuff that they're doing. So with that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and talk about this week's toy haul. As you can see, it's a bit small. Here we have a few figures that, you know, obviously aren't new, but they're holding a few things that are new. So why don't we go ahead and start with the biggest one here. And yeah, this is the brand new NECA and Ruby's costume collaboration with their new Batman cows. The Walmart by me actually had them all in stock, and the other ones looked really bad. Like, it looked really wonky. They actually look like cheap knockoffs. It was weird to say that about these that are supposed to be officially licensed and actually, you know, supposed to be, you know, collector grade and all that. If I can find, or if I can remember to put pictures up when I'm editing, I'll try to find pictures of the other ones so you can see what they look like. But I saw that they had this one in the back, and the box image didn't look too bad, and I was like, you know what, out of all of them that they have, this one looked the best. And believe it or not, but I don't have a Batman cowl that you can wear. I have Batman cowls like in bust and statue form, but not in terms of like a latex mask or cowl that I can actually put on myself. And so I was like, I can't pass this up. This looks incredible. And I was like, you know what? If I don't like it, I can always return it, you know? And so I got home, I pulled it out, and I was surprised that the mouthpiece was included. I didn't know that the mouthpiece was included, so I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, it actually looks really fucking good.
Rachel!
And so in about 2 weeks or so, I'm going to deep clean my collection in my room. I'm going to reorganize some stuff, move some stuff around, make some room, redo some of my collection, because I do have a few other things coming in that I am super excited about. But you guys will have to wait and see what they are when they get here. Although I'm having to space them out because of money, you know, and so I'm going to eventually have all of them and stuff, but you guys will have to wait and see as I get them, and you guys will see the collection grow. So when I do get around to that deep cleaning of my collection, I am going to put this guy front and center in my Batman display, and then I think after that, it's time for an updated tour. So I should be able to film, maybe I'll do a combination video of me deep cleaning my collection and also reorganizing it and whatnot, like a time lapse and such like that, and that leading to a collection of my tour at that point. So so let me know down in the comments below if that's what you guys want to see, or if you guys just want to see the end result and don't want to see the cleaning phase, because I totally get that. That's definitely the part I'm not looking forward to, but I guess it's kind of fun to a point, you know. I feel like it starts off fun because you're like getting to pull stuff off, get to repose stuff and whatnot, and then you spend all this time on this one shelf and you feel really good about it. You know, it's clean, they're posed up perfectly. You have like 7 other of them and you're just like, fuck, that took me 4 hours. 4 times 7, you know, and you do the math and you're just like, wait, I thought I was going to get this done this weekend. So yeah, it gets a little daunting at times, but it's going to get done. It needs to be deep cleaned. I dust as much as I can where I can. As often as I can, but you know, it always needs a good deep cleaning here and now. And I feel like with spring starting up and whatnot, why not do some spring cleaning and clean up the collection and hopefully make some space for some more stuff, because like I said, I have things that are coming in that I have absolutely no space for. So that's going to be the fun part. So yeah, guys, with that being said, this thing is awesome and I absolutely love it. Like I said, I think it's the best one out of the ones that they made, and I really wish the Keen one and the Bale one looked good, but I'm happy with this one because I loved Ben Affleck as Batman. I think when we saw him as Batman, he really did an outstanding job, minus the original Justice League cut. The Zack Snyder cut, yes. The Joss Whedon cut, we will never speak of that again. I made that very clear in episode 26 with my Batman review. By the way, guys, that episode is finally up on the channel now. I had so many technical difficulties with that episode, guys. I literally had to re-edit it twice after already editing it the first time. Each time it's taken me about 6 hours. Well, I can't say that for the last time because I totally split it up. But the first 2 times was a total of 6 hours. So that's 12 hours. And they just didn't want to export. So what I ended up doing is going in and literally chopping it up into 6 different pieces. Intro, part 1, part 2, part 3 with my review, part 4 the news, part 5 outro or unboxing, part 6 outro, and then I had the Coffee and Toys Live. And I had to go and re-edit each individual section. Some of them were 5 minutes, some of them were 2 minutes, some of them were 30 minutes, some of them were 40 minutes, and it's just like, you see why I wasn't in a rush to redo it after the first 2 attempts were a fail. And like I said, both of them essentially accumulated to 12 hours of my life that ended with nothing in return. So I wasn't in a hurry to do it, but it is up now. So I would really appreciate you guys going and checking that episode out, episode 26. It released on Saturday. Like I said, the Batman review is actually in it. And that's one of the reasons why I tried so hard to get it up, because I love that movie. As you can see, I'm wearing the shirt. And yes, I did wear this shirt for Coffee and Toys Live with Rock with the Great. There's something called Laundry Day. That was yesterday for me, so I love it. And I wanted to wear it again, and I wanted to wear it for the podcast, so I have it on again. Just wanted to get that out of the way. But anyways, I would really appreciate you guys checking out episode 26. It would mean the world to me, even though all the toy news is completely outdated. I mean, most of the stuff I actually already have in hand, or my friend Robert has in hand if he wanted it, or any of the other collectors, in fact, that wanted it already have them in hand. Like the Super Bebop and Rocksteady, I was editing the toy news and I was like, oh, it got leaked, like it was in the background, and collectors already have those in hands, as a part of Holothon and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of outdated news, but I would really appreciate you going and watching at least the Batman review portion of it, and the unboxing, and as well as the Coffee and Toys Live portion with Ghost X Ghost, a apparel company that is doing something different when it comes to pop culture type style graphic tees. So far they're working with Godzilla and also Mezco Toys Rumble Society. So definitely check out that interview. Please check out my review of the Batman. Although I will say also, my thoughts have changed on a few things since that review, because I've actually seen it twice when I had filmed that review. But since then, I've seen it 2 more times. And after having seen it 2 more times, like I said, a few of my ideas and perspectives and views have changed. But if you want a bit of a more updated review, then check out this week's episode with Rock with the Great on Coffee and Toys Live at the end of this episode, because we go into the Batman, because he absolutely loves the movie as much as I do. So we had a great conversation about it. So like I said, if you want a bit of a more updated review from me on it, go ahead and check out this week's episode. But please also check out episode 26 of Coffee and Toys Live. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, 18 plus hours went into it, and I would really appreciate just 5 views on it. 5 views is all I ask. Thank you so much. So yeah, guys, I've been rambling so much right now. I totally lost my train of thought. But wrapping up with this guy, absolutely love this cow. I finally have a Batman cow to wear. I just need a cape now, right? So super happy and excited to have this. Like I said, in about 2 weeks, I'll be deep cleaning my room and putting it in its rightful place. Right now, it's kind of just sitting in front of all my Batman stuff. But I do have a Ben Affleck Batarang on a bat stand, like the bat symbol that he has on his chest. That's the stand, and the Batarang sits on top. So I'm going to put this behind it and that in front of it, because it connects. And like I said, you guys will see it all in the collection tour once I'm done. So let's go ahead and move on. So the next thing that I did get this week wasn't so much a figure as much as an accessory pack, and it was the Mezco Toys Double Trouble. So yeah, when this went up, guys, I totally passed, even though I put in my pre-order for the Batman and Two-Face 2-pack which this is supposed to support. But I was like, you know what? I didn't want to put the money in. I just didn't want to put it down at the time. And what do I do always? I go and look on OfferUp like I shouldn't. And I type in Mezco, and what pops up? The Double Trouble accessory pack. And the person was asking 65. However, I've actually bought from this person before multiple items. I bought my 3 Black Skulls and my Red Death Doc Knock, and they weren't cheap. I didn't pay over retail on the Black Skulls. I paid retail for the Black Skulls. And I think the Doc Knock I paid like maybe $40 over retail, which wasn't bad, considering that it was going for over 150 plus over retail. Everywhere else that I looked. And this guy, since I had already bought the 3 Black Skulls from him, he cut me a deal on him. So I messaged him and I was like, hey man, what's up? How's it going? I bought those 3 Black Skulls off you in the Doc Knock. You always got to remind them, guys. And because people forget, but I mentioned it and I was like, you know what? Can you do 50 on it? Because I had messaged my friend Robert because he had actually picked up the pack when they went up on Mezco's site, and I asked him, how much did you pay, shipping and tax out the door? And he said $49.48. So I was like, okay, I'll offer the guy $50 because, like I said, I bought from this guy. I know this guy, so I wasn't gonna stupid lowball him, but I was honestly willing to pay like $55, and I offered him 50, and he said sure. So I went and picked it up, and I'm super happy and glad that I did. Even though I actually have all these weapons except for the revolver, I absolutely love this pack, especially the money bags and stuff that come in it. So let's go ahead and talk about the few weapons that we have here. So it does come with a revolver right here, and as you can see, my new Jim Gordon Mezco figure is holding it. He does come with an old man Jim Gordon head, which I feel would be perfect with this revolver, and the revolver even fits in the holster right here, so it's just even better. Look at this, it fits perfectly in the holster. So yeah, I think I'll switch this out for an old man Jim head and give him a revolver sometimes for toy photography or even just display, who knows. But yeah, you also get the double-barreled shotgun, which originally came with the Red Death Doc Knock, which is super cool. It opens up right here, so that way you can open it up, make it look like you're reloading the shotgun. Mezco just always hitting it out of the park with those details. Go ahead and stand Gomez up. And you do also get a Tommy gun. Now, you do get double of all these. That's why it's called the Double Trouble, and it's supposed to support the Two-Face in the Batman and Two-Face 2-pack. So you get 2 Tommy guns, 2 revolvers, 2 double-barreled shotguns, and you also get 2 double-barreled handguns, as well as blast effects to fit all the guns. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8 guns and 8 blast effects, as well as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 stacks of coins and 2 money bags, which we will go ahead and take a look at in a bit. But let's go ahead and finish taking a look at this. You do get the Tommy gun, which we've gone with Doc Nocturnal. Now, the thing I will say about these Tommy guns is they're a lot smoother when you're reloading the magazine into them. With Doc Knock, it seems like the magazine kind of gets stuck, but with these, they slide right in and out, no issue, no problem. And yeah, really cool how they're upgrading that. So here is the double-barreled handgun that it does come with. It does slide back. Oh, yep, it does slide back. I thought it didn't, but it does slide back right there. And of course, the magazine will slide out right there. So that's really cool. Like I said, it's supposed to go with Two-Face. You do also get 2 extra ammo drums for the Tommy guns, as well as extra magazines for the double-barreled handgun, which you can see real close. I mean, it's probably kind of hard to see at the distance that I'm at right now with the camera, but in my review, which I will be posting this week, you'll see that there's actually 2 bullets and 2 magazines in there. So we've already seen the double-barrel shotgun and the handgun, but we do have the coins right here, which I'm not going to pull out of the plastic right now because they will just fall out. And so yeah, that's cool. You get those, and then on the bottom tray you do get all the blast effects. Like I said, you do get 1 for each gun, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 guns, 8 blast effects. And I will go ahead and pull out one of the money bags right here, so that way you can see it. Let's go ahead and pull this out. So here we have one of the money bags, which is actually really nicely done, and the latch does come out of that little tab, so that way you can open it up. There's just a little foam insert in there, as all Mezco little pouches and stuff has, so that way it has a bit of a, thickness to it, and it looks like it's full even though it's not. So yeah, that's everything that comes in this pack. Like I said, my review for it will be up later this week, so look out for that, so that way you guys can get a closer look at all the great stuff that comes in this pack. And I actually forgot, guys, we are going to have an unboxing this week, but a bit of a different type, because right before I started filming, I opened my front door, and we got a package from Walmart, believe it or not, and they're figures, and of course, they're in a bubble mailer, but thankfully, I'm an open box collector, so I don't give a fuck. But if these are what I think they are, I kind of do want the card backs intact, because I do want to keep them because they look dope. So we'll go ahead and unbox and open that at the end of this portion of the episode. I forgot to bring that up at the beginning, because in my mind I was like, well, there's no unboxing toy here, so there's no unboxing. And then I looked down right here, and there's an unboxing. So we'll get to that at the end of this episode. So yeah, guys, that is everything that comes in this Double Trouble pack. Like I said, once again, look out for my review later this week to see everything more in depth and in detail. So after that, I did go ahead and take a trip to my local Target, and I am on the hunt currently for the new Mcfarland Titan Joker. That thing looks amazing, and I am slowly building up my Joker section of my shelf. And in fact, one of the pieces that I'm expecting to come in next week is a Joker piece, and I'm super excited about it. And there's a Batman one that I will be expecting after that, and I'm super excited about that. But until then, yeah, I'm looking for the Titan Joker mega figure from Mcfarland, and I have just not had any luck. It seems like every Target is only getting one Clayface and one Titan Joker, and it's infuriating, because I've came across this guy, I've come across the labels on the shelves, but I've yet to see it in person. And it's been in my area. A few people that I follow and stuff on Instagram have found it in my area, so good for them. But thankfully, I do have it on pre-order from Amazon. However, let's see if it actually comes in or not. But yeah, we'll see. But that's what I'm currently on the hunt for. But when I came across this guy in the wild, I kind of could not pass him up, because he does look fantastic in terms of the sculpting and everything. And that is the brand new Mcfarland Toys Clayface. And look at this guy. I mean, honestly, I wish he came with alternated weapon hands, a ball spike and a bladed, kind of axe blade type looking hand. I mean, the one time McFarlane Toys could have gotten away with giving us bladed weapons and we weren't going to bitch and complain about it, he totally drops the ball and doesn't do it. Like, come on. Although knowing McFarlane, at the same time, we're probably going to get a GameStop exclusive, a Walmart Gold Label exclusive, a Target Gold Label exclusive of Clayface with alternative weapon hands already set in place. So, yeah, guys, I'm sure that's right around the corner. Probably expected sometime in August, I guarantee you. I mean, it's McFarlane. So, but yeah, he still looks super cool. And something that surprised me, guys, about him, the jaw is articulated. So that's super cool. Although I will say, compared to his other mega figures, it feels a little hollow and light. So yeah. But with that being said, let's go ahead and transition on to another McFarlane figure, which we have here. And
Swear to me!
we have Superman of Earth 3, also known as Ultraman. And yeah, I really don't care about this guy. I really just wanted the Starro Build-A-Figure piece. So yeah, I'm even debating if I should even do a review on that guy. I probably will. And then I'm just going to put him on offer up and sell him. But I did want the Starro piece and the cool little Starro starfish thing that came with it, because I do want a giant Starro. If you guys can't tell, I am a sucker for big ass hunks of plastic and mega figs, and Starro is going to be a mega fig. So super excited about that. But I do have his box here for a reason, because this is going to be one of those Build-A-Figure pieces that McFarlane releases quarterly throughout the year. However, we are already going to begin the second quarter, or we have already begun the second quarter as the filming of this podcast, April 1st, 2022. The next figure should be right around the corner, but we're just getting this figure now. This figure was supposed to come out 1/2022. The next figure is supposed to be 4/2022. After that, it's 7/2022, and then 11/2022. So we're getting the first one, or we should be getting the second one. So I have no idea when we're going to be getting the next one, or if we're going to be getting the next one anytime soon, because it's on track to release in the second quarter, or if it's going to be pushed back because we're barely getting this first one. Don't know, but I guess we're going to have to wait to find out about that. So, yeah, guys, that basically wraps up this week's toy haul. I'm really hoping to find the Titan Joker and also Boss. I didn't pre-order him from GameStop, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass about it. But I'm not going to pay the expensive shipping that GameStop wants. I think it's like $15. Unless I buy another figure, then it's free. That's really get you. That's really always fucking get you. But anyways, guys, that wraps up this week's toy haul. Super excited about this guy. Like I said, I absolutely love giant hunks of plastic, especially when they're, great characters. And I cannot wait for Starro. Awesome accessory pack. Awesome mask. I finally have a Batman cowl. Cannot wait. So with that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and move on into this week's toy news. But first, thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs, and use code CoolFigurez for 10% off your order. $5 flat rate shipping on all Funko Pop orders. With that being said, let's go ahead and start off with Diamond Select news. And thank you so much to Diamond Select and their marketing manager Zach Oath for providing all the images and information on these next few figures and statues. So starting out, they are releasing a Moon Knight in their Marvel Select line. Is that any surprise? The show just started. Have you guys started watching Moon Knight? What do you think about it? Let me know down in the comments below. Have you been a long-time follower of Moon Knight, or are you a new fan of Moon Knight? See, me personally, anytime I hear someone compare someone to Batman, I'm just instantly out. I'm just like, well, you're not Batman, so I'm not gonna like you just because you're like Batman. I think that's the biggest misconception that people believe. It's like, oh, well, you like this, well, you must like that. It's like, no, I like this because I like this. I don't like this because of aspects of this that I want to see spread around this. I want to see this as this. That's why I fucking hate Gotham. It's like, not the city, but the show. It's a Batman show without Batman. It's like, I don't like Gotham because it's Gotham. I like Gotham because of Batman. If there's no Batman, I don't give a fuck about Gotham. So that whole show is just infuriating to me. And then how they, oh, well, Batman's in it. He's Bruce Wayne that's growing up as a kid. And at the end, they show him in his little fucking Batman costume. Talk about infuriating. That's why the Batman was such a fun and great win for us as Batman fans, because it wasn't fucking bullshit. It wasn't BVS. It wasn't Joss Whedon's Justice League. It wasn't Gotham. It was Batman. I am still hyped on it. I'm still on it, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah. So anyways, guys, I don't even know how I got into that rant. Oh, well, because of Moon Knight, right? So anyways, Diamond Select is releasing their own Moon Knight in their Marvel Select line, with the show starting now. Although I will say the first episode was okay. I was more interested in the suspense and mystery of it all. And then at the end, when he transformed into Moon Knight, I was like, oh yeah, this is a superhero show. It was kind of captivating me and capturing me without the superhero aspects. It seems more like it's an interesting show without him being the superhero. I'd rather see the show without him turn into Moon Knight. Let's put it that way. Which probably sounds blasphemous to all you Moon Knight fans out there. So fuck it, roast me down in the comments below. But anyways, guys, that's not all. They are also releasing now to stores the Crow 1/2 scale bust, as well as an animated style Apocalypse statue. But that's not all the animated X-Men goodness you're going to get. You're also going to get an animated 1/7 scale Sabretooth. Next up, that's going to be showing up at comic shops soon, is a brand new gallery statue featuring a comic version of the Wasp. And they are also shipping out now a 1/7 scale premium collection Black Widow statue. And last but not least, comic book shops should be getting a mini bust 1/6 Dark Ray. So all of those are shipping now to comic book shops and should be available soon. The Moon Knight, I believe, is a reveal and a pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. So look out for that. But why don't we go ahead and move on into Marvel Legends. I know I don't really talk about them a lot, or ever really, unless it's like Spider-Man related and stuff. But to be honest, guys, there's not too much news this week. It seems like it's one of those dead weeks. And it seems like they feel the same way. They're ready for a nap. But so yeah, not too much news this week. So I'll take what I can get, and that being Marvel Legends. And I guess it's just going to be a rehash of what I just said, because Marvel Legends announced and revealed their brand new Marvel Legends Moon Knight figure. So obviously, to coincide with the release of the brand new Disney Plus Moon Knight series, they're releasing their own Moon Knight. And this is not the comic version, but I guess the Disney Plus version. I don't know if this is part of that new Disney Plus wave that builds the Vision Ultron, but yeah, they just showed off images. I'll be honest, guys, I saw it. I saw it was new news. I saw that it had little news. Snapped the picture, wrote it down, and I didn't look into any of the details. Like I said, I'm not a big Marvel Legends collector. I only have like 2, I think, and I'm not a fan of characters that are like Batman. That's just me, though. I'm not telling you who to like or who you can and can't like. That's just me. So, moving on, why don't we go ahead and talk about Beast Kingdom? But first, thank you so much to Legend Footwear for also helping sponsor this video. Check them out over online at legendfootwear.com. And of course, use code JesseM_LGND for 10% off your order. And thank you so much to Old School Labs for also helping sponsor this video. Check them out over on Amazon at Old School Labs. And of course, use code JesseM12 for 12% off your order on Amazon. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk some Beast Kingdom news. Not too much, guys, only one thing, but Superman is back, or to be more precise, Return of Superman is coming to their DAH line in the form of the DAH45 SD Return of Superman figure. So this is their 1/9 scale, which is actually really fucking good, and I have to admit, and it's only getting better. I feel like now they've really caught their stride with it. Some of their previous ones weren't the best. They were still the hard plastic. Now they've moved over to soft goods, which has really made a difference. When they released the, I don't know if it's the Justice League or the BVS one of Batfleck, it was a hard plastic on his suit and whatnot. But when you look at the Dark Knight version and then also the Apocalypse Nightmare version of Batfleck, they use soft goods. Now, they do also use the hard plastic for the Nightmare version of Batman in his costume and stuff, but his pants that he wears and the trench coat is all soft goods. And I feel like that was the transitioning point, because the Superman that was released prior also was all hard plastic except for the cape, which is wired. However, the wired cape is very, very weak. The wiring barely holds it up. But anyways, this Superman doesn't have a cape, so they didn't have to worry about that, and neither do you. It is Superman in his solar black suit, and he doesn't have a cape on it, so no need to worry about that there. But yeah, that is the latest in terms of their releases. But the King Shark that we talked about a while ago is actually up for pre-order now. In fact, I think that's one of the news that I talked about in episode 26. So yeah, news goes by fast and updates quickly, and yeah, I just, like I said, it was because I had my Batman review in it. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have tried so hard to get it all up, but I did, and it's up now. So please do me a favor and please check it out. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and move on to our final bit of news. But first, thank you so much to Raise Energy for also helping sponsor this video. Check them out online at raiseenergy.com and use code THEBAT for 10% off your order. And thank you so much to Man Sports Supplement as well for helping sponsor this video. Check them out online, and of course use code THEBAT for 10% off your order. Check out physiqueapparel.com online for all your great athletic clothes need, and of course use code THEBAT for 10% off your order. So let's talk about the final bit of news that we have. Like I said, there was very little toy news this week, so yeah, let's go ahead and talk about NECA. They did announce their new Defenders of the Universe Wave 3 line. So yeah, you get these 3 guys right here. I'll be honest, I have no idea who they are. I probably should have looked at the caption and wrote their names down, but yeah, I didn't. So you got he looks like Roadblock. Then you have the robot from the 80s cartoon of the TMNT Turtles, and then you have, I guess, David Copperfield. Yeah, I don't know their names and stuff. So yeah, but they did announce those 3 new figures, so expect them later on this year. Be aware, guys, if you are interested in buying the 4-pack of the Secret of the Ooze TMNT 4-pack, the accessory pack, or the re-release of the Toka and Razar, these are your final few days. As of the releasing of this video, April 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, Sunday, you have 2 full days and a morning, because at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on 4/5, April 5th, they close. You will miss out on your opportunity on the Tokan Raza re-release and the accessory pack. However, you will only miss out on the exclusive VHS packaging for the 4 turtles if you miss the turtles, because they said they will be releasing in the standard 2-packs to Walmart later this year. But talking about NECA Turtle stuff and Walmart, the new April and Casey Farm 2-pack is now hitting stores. As of the filming of this video on Friday, the closest I've seen them, to me at least, is Iowa State. So they're slowly starting to move to the West Coast. And I'm pretty sure by the end of this weekend, if not the beginning of next week, they will be hitting West Coast stores. So look out for that 2-pack if you need it or want it. And apparently they're coming in pretty good abundance. If you look at that picture that I posted with this story, I believe there's about 5 or 6 there on the shelf. So yeah, once again, I'm pouring my coffee all weird. Sorry guys, it's just when you have a bunch of shit on your table, you gotta find the best way to do it. So anyways guys, yeah, that wraps up this week's toy news. Like I said, this was a bit of a slower week. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie, for episode 30, but I think the toy haul made up for it, and also this week's Coffee and Toys Live. You know, like I said, I had a great conversation with Rocco the Great. That's going to be coming up very shortly, but first, we are going to do this week's unpackaging. Not unboxing, but unpackaging. So, why don't we go ahead and grab it and pull it over. Like I said, Walmart's job, bubble mailer, and figures inside. What's new? So, why don't we go ahead and open this thing up. But I don't want to do more damage than what's already been done to the figures, so I'm trying to be as careful as I can with this knife and not just shove it in and, you know, puncture everything. So, oh, they are what I think they are. So, let me go ahead and make some space real quick. Alright, so, I believe 2 weeks ago, I had the Walmart exclusive vintage collection Tchaikovsky Arc Trooper figures. This week, I have the Walmart exclusive Black Series Tchaikovsky Arc Troopers. And yes, I said Troopers with an S because this has to be my favorite Star Wars media outside the 6 original movies. I absolutely love this series, so I could just get one, guys. I had to get 2. So I think I'll unbox one of these, and I'll leave one to be unboxed on next week's episode of Coffee and Toys. So yeah, guys, you know what? Since I have 2 here, why don't we actually just unbox one of them, since we have 2 here. So here we have the brand new Walmart exclusive Tchaikovsky Black Series Arc Trooper. So this should be Captain Fordo, but I guess he's just a typical Arc Trooper, and ooh, man, I love these guys. So why don't we go ahead and get to opening them up. So be very careful because, like I said, I do want to keep this card back, even though I don't usually do that, but this one is just immaculate. I absolutely love it. It's a throwback to the original packaging in which these figures came, and yeah, I want to try my best to keep it as clean. Obviously it's not gonna, you know, stay perfectly clean, but if you take your time and work some magic, you know, you can probably get as close to perfect as possible. Slowly edge your way around. Up, that fucked it up. So oh well, we'll see what the end result is after, but I think that frees them up enough to open up the clamshell at least and pull the figure out. So here we do have Captain Fordo in all his glory in 6-inch form right here. So let me pull him out. I'm going to edit this part so you guys don't have to hear all the crinkly plastic parts. Alright guys, so here he is all out of the packaging, and man, is he beautiful. Man, he looks amazing. Does this helmet remove? No, it should. There's a painted head sculpt underneath. I'm not kidding, guys. There's a painted head sculpt underneath, but the helmet doesn't remove. But there's a painted head sculpt. So if somebody knows how to remove those and you got this, Let's see what he looks like underneath. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Me personally, my favorite clone armor is Phase 1 with this big fin on the top of the helmet, and this is just immaculate. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to open up the next one and do my review and my toy picks. Now, the reason I don't shoot Star Wars figures too often is my picks just don't come out too well with them. But I feel like I'm fixing that issue slowly with just adding a bit more light. So yeah, super excited to shoot this guy. Super excited to review him and get a nice closer look at him. But with that being said, guys, that has been this portion of this week's Coffee and Toys. Like I said, thank you so much to each and every single one of you that watched last week's episode. 100 views, guys. Wow. Thank you so fucking much. Like, that means the world to me, guys. I mean, I was not expecting it, and you guys just supported the fuck out of that video, and I couldn't be happier. So it's crazy to think I'm more excited and happy about a video that hit 100 views when I have videos that have a few thousand views. And it's just like, I think it's the fact that that video is just me speaking to you guys, and it's not a toy that you guys are interested in. You guys were interested in watching me talk to you guys. There goes some of my collection. Talk to you guys and, share some information, share my collection, share my haul for the week, and also my interview. So I really do appreciate it, and you guys are the absolute best. Once again, thank you so much to all of you new subscribers, and of course, welcome to the CoolFigurez community. I really hope you guys enjoy your time here. I hope you guys enjoy the content that I put out. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys want to see. Let me know what guests you guys want to see on Coffee and Toys Live. What are you excited about that I talked about in terms of toy news that's either coming out, that's already out? Let me know down in the comments below. I would really love to hear from all of you guys. That's exactly what this podcast is for us to discuss, and I want you guys to discuss in the comments below. So please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, guys, once again, I never know how to end these videos. So yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. It's been an awesome journey to 30 episodes, and I look to continue, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hit 50 this year. So super excited about that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this week's Coffee and Toys Live. Welcome back to the CoolFigurez page. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and welcome to Coffee and Toys Live, episode 11, where I will speak to a new guest every week about toys, toy collecting, toy hunting, and so much more. This week, I would like to welcome toy hunter extraordinaire, the Goose Master himself, Rocco the Great.
Welcome. How you doing, man? Thank you for having me. I've been seeing. Listen, I'm seeing you all over Instagram, and you reached out to me, and I was just like, of course, let's do it. I like your vibe. I like the hustle, and I'm always willing to talk about Goose. So,
thank you, man. I appreciate it. No, thank you for coming on to the show. Like you said, I'm just an up and comer, so I really do appreciate you coming on and spending a little bit of time with me.
Heck yeah.
So, how are you doing, man? How's your week been?
Good. I'm always working, which is good. Work is good. You know what I mean? Like when I'm busy, that means I'm doing something and I'm feeling good.
No, yeah, I totally get that, man. I have the same mentality and mindset. If I don't have anything to do, it's just kind of like, oh shit, like what can I do right now to get myself better? You know what I mean? I don't like to sit around and do nothing. But at the same time, when you're constantly working, you want those days where you just get to sit around and do nothing.
Yes.
But when you get them, you're just like anxious about it.
Well, you feel like you earn them, right? You feel like you earn, like the other week I played Arkham City again. And I'm not a gamer. I don't really like video games. I feel like it's a waste of time. But sometimes, like, after you have a productive day, you all right, I'll play for like 30 minutes. You wind up playing for an hour, sometimes two. But, you just unwind, and that's my break. But working is fun. When you're doing stuff you like, it's not work, right?
Mm-hmm. No, that's totally understandable, man. I'm the same way with video games. When I was younger in high school and stuff, my friends and I would play constantly. But as you grow up, you get busier and stuff. You're kind of just like, yeah.
Hopefully, right?
Yeah. You're just kind of like, yeah, those are kind of a bit of a waste of time. But like you said, every once in a while, you like to go back, play the classics, and definitely Arkham City is one of the classics.
So, dude, it's even better. I always loved it. Like, I think it's the best. And upon replaying it, it's better than I remembered. So that was nice.
No, yeah, that one and Arkham Asylum are definitely my favorite video games in like history. Those two are just top notch.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Night or Origins, really.
Yeah, nah, me either. I'm just really surprised that in the Batman movie, he didn't have to search for 100 Riddler trophies all over Gotham. You know what I mean?
Listen, I love Riddler, but yeah, the trophies are a little. But you know what? It keeps you busy, and it makes you get more out of the game. Even though I played the game like so many times, I never beat all the Riddler trophies. I don't even care.
Yeah, same. I've come close. I think I've gone to like the 190s and before it's been like right there. And I was just like, there's those few that are just like really hard. And you're just like, it's not even
It's not
worth it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just getting a headache at the end of it. You can watch videos on it and you're just like, okay, this is just not working for me.
Yeah, I just spit up my drink. Yeah, because I hate to watch the videos. I feel like it's cheating, but sometimes you gotta. It's like I'm not spending 40 minutes just to figure this thing out that was so easy to figure. Why are we talking about Arkham City? What's up, man? Thank you for inviting me on your show.
No problem, man. I mean, this is really just supposed to be a chill conversation, man. Like two guys just having a cup of coffee,
Oh, good.
talking toys, whatever you want, man. So really
I could talk.
Like, yeah, I know you can. I watch your live.
Yeah, I see you pop up in the streams. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm usually in the gym when I'm watching, so that's why I'm not in the comment section like constantly. But like, I try to chime in when I can here and there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I know. YouTube really they kind of force the same. Like right here, I was gonna say, everyone hit that heart button, hold the heart down, and leave comments, even if you got nothing to say, because everything we're doing now, you as a content creator, everything is some stupid algorithm that we have to jump through, that we have to learn, and it's like. It's just a grind on top of an already challenging grind.
No, yeah, I totally get you, man. And then on top of that, it's constantly changing. So once you figure it out and get it down, it's like they flip it on you. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
It's definitely a challenge.
It's something else, but it's just, hey, it's the way we're on these, I like to think of it as like we're on these social media accounts for free. So you got to play by their rules. Like a lot of people with YouTube, they don't want to play YouTube's rules. Like they don't want to play the YouTube game, right? But to be a YouTuber, you got to be more than just making good content. You have to like take it a step above, and you got to you have to make entertaining and capturing content. Like people don't like the dramatic titles and thumbnails and everything that I do, but it's like, hey, I'm on YouTube's platform. Literally, YouTube encourage you. Like if you look at your YouTube studio, they kind of like say it without saying it. Like, hey, make really good thumbnails, get people entertained. And my whole thing is like, I could have a thumbnail of whatever, and my content I feel is really good and well made. That once I get you in, you'll stay and watch it no matter what I'm talking about. So that's kind of like with any YouTuber. Like sometimes I'll click on a video and I'll forget what I'm even watching, because like why I clicked on it, because like the video was just, it captured me. So that's what I try to emulate, and I think that's what YouTube wants. So I just try to do it.
No, yeah, I totally get that, man. Because like, yeah, your thumbnail's definitely catching my eye and stuff. And then I watch it, I'm just like, wait, wasn't this supposed to be like about this?
He didn't fight like 10 people in the toy aisle. What happened here? But one day I will. So one day it will be a real thumbnail. It'll be fun.
One day you'll have a Rocco Royal Rumble or what?
Yeah. Yeah, I just
want to tag team it or what?
I want to have a lot of fun, and I look at YouTube for fun. Like a lot of people, I don't expect, like when you're watching a movie or a TV show, like I'm not watching it because I'm looking for something real. I just want to be entertained. So my whole thing's like, everyone's doing the same stuff, and I can't do that. Like it's whatever it sounds like I can't just do the boring thing, because I'm a crazy person. So I have to just like have fun with it, because if you're not having fun, it's like, why are you doing it? Like, do I work for Hasbro? Am I just showing the shelves because I like love Hasbro and I want to give them free marketing? No, it's like, I want to make like a funny, fun video that like I have fun doing, like I like roasting stuff. I walk down the toy aisle, and if you're doing good, you're going to get praise. But if you're lacking, I'm going to roast you. You know what I mean? And I like that. I think it's fun.
No, yeah, I think that's what appeals to a lot of people, is that you're not afraid to say things like that against these bigger companies, and you don't really care. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas other toy collectors are like being careful, being, kind of toeing around it just so that maybe they can get a few free products here and there later on down the line. But you just don't care. Like you said, you're just trying to put out entertaining content.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, one, I'm on YouTube to have fun, right? You know, I don't work for any of these corporations. I'm not giving them free promo. Do I get stuff sometimes for free to promote? And do I get promotions? Yeah. And I give my honest opinions. Like I got, you could go back early on my channel. I got like whole waves from Hasbro, right? And I roasted the stuff that I didn't like. Like I have no problem. Like if, you know, and that's why I feel people even would come to me, because if you, there's some people, and good for them, like you gotta grind. And I never, that's the thing, like I don't like or dislike anyone working hard. Like I always appreciate someone's grind. So I'm not here to roast other creators. We're all just trying to make it. But when you know, when you come to my channel, like when you come to a live stream, you're gonna hear a live stream. You're gonna hear people talking like how you don't hear other people talking on other streams. Everyone's like, you know, everyone's so worried about saying the wrong thing and all that stuff. And I'm just like, who cares, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be you and you'll attract the right person. Like, I don't want someone to see me and think that they like me because I'm putting up a persona. And then once you're your real self, then they leave anyway. So it's like, just be you. If people don't like you, know, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Because you know, when you have like a big personality, you know, I got used to this just growing up. Like, you know, you're going to turn some people off, you know, and I love the people who come and watch my videos and hang out in live streams. Like you seem, just from you being in one of my chats, I know you're a chill dude. You know what I mean? Like, because you wouldn't be there if I, you know, I would have said something that you didn't like or something. Oh, I'm roboting. Sorry. Stupid internet.
No,
am I
yeah,
back?
totally, man. No, you've been here this whole time. I've heard you.
Oh, okay. Oh, then you must have roboted. All right. My internet's not that good, so hopefully knock on wood. All right, you talk. Dude, I could talk for hours. You got to stop me.
No, you're good, man. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on, because you can talk for hours, which is great, because I tend to run out of things to say. But no, yeah, I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with what you were saying about just being you and saying what you want. And that's exactly why I tune into the live streams and stuff, because it's not, you don't tippy-toe around stuff. It's not one of those safe places. You say stuff, you and Joe talk about things that were talked about before 2012, that now if you talked about it in open public, you're just like, you're kind of criticized and jaded as like just being, you know, all these things, when it's just like, this was just normal conversation.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, and I'm happy about it. It's like everyone's welcome, right? So we always say, like, just don't be like a jerk. And let's go back to when good. I don't like how everybody's so weird and phony and like time. Even if I agree with it, I don't like seeing it. It's just so, you don't have to tell people that, you know, you don't have to say war is bad. Like, shouldn't that just be common sense?
Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing, is like everyone was all hashtag I stand with Ukraine, and it's like, I understand, but
I don't even know what's going on. You know, like,
but it's just like, what's that hashtag gonna do?
Well, what am I gonna do? Even if I knew everything, it's only gonna worry me. Like, and I'm gonna feel sad. I can't do anything. I don't bro. I gotta worry about paying my mortgage. That's my freaking what I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, obviously war's bad, racism's bad. You know, don't like harass women and stuff. I hate these dudes. Are so corny when they're online just saying things that normal people do. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
don't be racist. Like, I don't have to say it for people. You know, I hope no one's like going around being like, you know, imagine like you make a post, right? And someone's just like, oh, I thought this guy was racist before he wrote this post. I'm glad he's not. You know, like, it's just so corny. Dude, just be you and be a cool person and just live, dude. Don't worry so much. Everyone's worried.
Exactly. Everyone's so worried about everybody else's business and stuff nowadays. It's like they don't even prioritize their own business, and they don't realize how much they suffer in the long run, you know?
Yeah.
And when somebody like you prioritizes your business over everyone else's, you get to succeed and do what you get to do, which is, you know, live off your art and work off your art and do stuff that you love, you know what I mean? Because you're so focused on you and what you're doing that it doesn't matter, and you're putting in the work and the effort that, you know, everybody else is worried about other things and you're passing them up by miles.
Yeah, dude, there's so much time in the day and like you could. What is me making a tweet about? Like, you know, that's not changing nothing. So I rather create a toy or do a live stream that might entertain somebody and take their mind off of the world. You know, like you come into one of my live streams, we're talking about like silly movies or like what dumb thing a celebrity said today, or what, you know, what toy company is trying to get over on us today. Like, oh, they took out the accessories on this now. And it's just like, we have to normalize to use, you know, use those corny words everyone talks like now. We need to normalize being normal again and going back to like 2008 when everyone was just busting each other's balls. And I'm from New York, so maybe it's different, but you know, like, I don't know, man. It's just strange. It's just strange. And I love toys, bro. I love having fun. I love doing fun stuff, you know? That's all I care
totally
about.
get that, man. No, yeah, I totally get that. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that that's what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be fun and light and, you know, something we do to escape the world and connect with the franchises we grew up with and with others that grew up with the same franchises and have the same love, you know? That's one of the reasons why I created my page and everything, was just to interact and connect with other collectors that share the same likes and stuff with me and see their collections and stuff like that. And then that's how I found toy photography. And I was like, oh wow, this actually exists. This is a thing and stuff. And
it's fun, right? It's addicting.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started on the addiction part of it.
So first of all, guys, hit that heart button. We got to get we need to hit the heart button and share this link out. Share it out. Let people know we're live right now, guys. Let's get we got to get that freaking algorithm pumping right now. So hit the little heart button. And I see you, Figure Kingdom. Hey, Figure Kingdom, get the chat waking up, okay? All right. Sorry,
Thank you, man.
We got to do it. It's the algorithm.
I know. I need to get into that, and I need to start doing that myself.
So what are we looking at right now? I'm trying to look at your space. So what do we got behind you? So we got some statues. We got Bane.
We got Bane right here. We got a zombified Batman from the DC's Micro series.
Okay.
We have Mando up here, and then we have Master Chief right behind Bane.
Okay. Now I see a guitar. Is that an acoustic?
Yeah, and then behind here I actually have my electric, but
so
I haven't
were you a
touched them in
scene
months.
kid? Were you a scene kid? Yes. Okay.
I was.
All right. I knew. Yeah.
was.
Usually you could tell. Like that's why you're chill. That's why you were. Did you see my scene pictures?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, especially during your last live stream, that video.
Joe doesn't like it. My co-host, he's very. So I love Joe because Joe is like, he's the straight man. Like he's, you know, I could bounce off my silly, crazy. He grounds me, and I think that's why we make such a good, you know, because he's funny. He has his opinions. He's like, he's a normal dude, and I'm kind of like, you know, like crazy. So us together, I think that's like, you know, that's such a good mix. And I like just busting his balls. Like he doesn't like seeing those old pictures of me. It's funny. He goes, Rocco, I didn't know this of Shout out to Joe from Real Shift.
Yeah, shout out to Joe, man. He's a cool guy. Yeah, I love your guys' chemistry on screen and everything. You guys really balance each other out, like you said. And yeah, man, I used to straighten my hair. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I used to have the, you know, like the layered look, the skinny jeans.
Yeah, I want to see after this. I got to see a picture because
honestly, man, I don't think I have any.
You got it. Check your MySpace. We got it.
I'm gonna have to check. The only thing I do have is when my hair was down to here. I went through.
So you had the long. I had that too. I
went through a scene face with the short hair, and then I went through like a classic rock face, and I had like hair down here like Slash.
I want to see both of them. Yeah, right before the coof. Right, actually, if you watch my early YouTube videos when I started like the toy channel, like I rebranded my early diorama videos, I look like a freaking hippie. My hair's like down to my, and then I just shaved it, and that's what I'll do. Like since I was younger, I would just grow it, shave it, grow it, shave it. So. I don't like getting in the middle haircuts. It's just, to me, I don't know. That's money right there.
I went to private school, so we had to have our hair under 3 inches all the time. And
oh my God.
I finally got to switch to public, and so I was like, I'm going to grow it out. And so that's what I did.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I remember those schools used to do that stuff. That's fun.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
wasn't fun back then.
No. It's not fun for you, but
No.
you just brought me back. Like, I actually remember my scene friends growing up were like, dude, I can't get it longer than this. And they would try to do like things and the schools would check. It's so crazy, bro.
No, yeah, it was
So,
funny though, because I would wear Iron Maiden shirts to school because I was into them and stuff, and I still am. But our math teacher was really into them as well.
okay, so you
And
got the pass. He let you, he was like, okay.
he would get every other guy that was just slightly over 3 inches, give him detention and make him cut it, and mine was over 3 inches, and he'd always just be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, he's one of the good ones. So.
Yeah, exactly. So that worked out for me. But I know you're still hyped on that Batman movie, right?
Yeah. So
Let's talk a bit about it.
Yeah, I was just okay. Good. Yeah, don't let me throw you off. I listen. I drank like 4 cups of coffee today. That's why I was gonna have one for the show, but I might just explode.
I feel you, man. I feel you. By the end of the show, usually I'm like shaking and I'm like, all right, I'm good, because I've already had coffee in the morning and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm having coffee right now throughout the show.
Dude, I have coffee all day long. Yeah. I think that also explains why I am the way I am. It's definitely something to it. But I love that movie. And so, if you've been following people in the chat, hit that like button, hit the heart right now. Everybody who's here, share this out. But so I was like kind of black-pilled for movies. I gave up on them because like either movies are just generic and boring, or they're just really safe. Or they're offensive or political, and it's like, I don't care what politics you are. I don't want to see divisive stuff. I just want to be entertained when I'm in a movie. At least not pay for it. Do you want to be paid to be insulted? No. So,
no.
So I was like, really? I had no hopes at all. I wasn't excited. I was like, of course they're gonna ruin it. They can't make a good Batman movie. There's no way. But I knew.
I got my hopes up.
that opening, I was like, whoa, am I liking something for the first time since like The Last Jedi? I don't remember liking something right away. And then like the whole movie, I almost didn't enjoy it in the beginning because I was like, all right, when are they going to mess it up? When are they going to mess it up? Okay, they're going to mess it up now. Something's going to happen. And I couldn't believe it. So I loved it. And it wasn't perfect. I see people going like, everyone's trying to chop it down. And to me, I felt like it was like super ambitious. A lot of people don't like the third act, right? Like a lot of people don't like the ending. And I get it, right? Like I get people's thing. I did like it better the second time I watched it though. But maybe because I was expecting it. Like when you watch a movie the second time, you get different things from it. And and I just loved it, dude. It was just so refreshing. It's fun. It's entertaining. We see Catwoman in her underwear. I couldn't believe they did that. That's like so ballsy for a current day movie, for their lead woman character, strong woman.
Yeah.
Like just being sexy, allowed to be sexy. Like women aren't allowed to be sexy in movies anymore. It's such we're in such a weird, like you grew up with the same movies I did, and it was like the men were all crazy and brolic, and the women were all super sexy, and it's like now everyone just looks like us, and I don't watch movies to see us. I watch movies to see Arnold, like freaking what's a girl that's like really good? I can't even think of one.
No, but I totally get what you're saying, man. I mean,
what I'm
the
saying.
Movies that basically made me who I am today, like growing up watching Arnold and Batman and stuff. Like that's the whole reason I got into weightlifting and bodybuilding and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's because I wanted to be like them. I grew up seeing that and I wanted to emulate that. It's like, well, those are big, strong men. And for me, I always wanted to be Batman. I was like, he's the only superhero that can actually happen. Like he wasn't born with powers. He wasn't given a special ring or anything like that. He just trained his ass hard. He studied. Exactly.
Yeah, like he has to work harder than everyone he's around. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And everyone's against him. It's really hard to find someone who doesn't like Batman. I feel like Batman is such just a perfect character that, and it's weird when they mess him up. You know what I mean? Like it's like you really have to be trying. Dude, don't even. I hope Joe's not watching this. It's his birthday, so I don't want to talk ill of the Snyder cut. But yeah,
no,
I did.
Good. I'm talking about the first one, the Josh Whedon cut.
I made it 15 minutes. The whole movie was insulting Batman. I couldn't believe it. They made him like a dope. No, the original movie.
No,
The
yeah,
Joss
that's what I'm
Whedon
saying.
one.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the theater. I just didn't care. But we watched it on. It was on like some streaming site. We made it 15 minutes, shut it off, never thought about it again. And then Joe was like, watch the Snyder Cut, watch the Snyder Cut. I was like, I really, I don't know. I don't like Snyder. I don't like any of his movies. And I'm not anti him. A lot of people are like anti Snyder. I'm glad people are happy, but his movies they're very dark and bleak and deconstructionist. And it's like right now we need hope. Like when we're our superheroes, like think about it. We have The Boys, we have Peacemaker, we have the Suicide Squad. Everything is like people that are shitty. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if we can curse, but that are shitty people.
Whatever you want, man.
Like shitty people parading as heroes, being like no morals, just being garbage people. And for some reason, everyone loves that. And it's like, I liked heroes for being a hero. You want to strive, like you want to be a better person. You look up to heroes. Who wants to be a Peacemaker or The Boys? Like they're all Deadpool. Like, like I don't know. I don't get that. And no offense if you like any of that stuff. It's just like right now, I feel like more than ever, we need hope. We need like real heroes. And I think like the Batman it was dark, but he was like the bad guys were dark, but he was hopeful. And then that the story arc towards the end, like if you didn't get any feelings towards the end when Batman realizes like, oh, I am just as bad as the Riddler. You know what I mean? Like people are afraid of me. Just that I think actually in the movie they were more afraid of Batman than the Riddler because people actually were coming around and they were being on Riddler's side because he's taking out all these corrupt jerks. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think Batman hit it on all these different levels. What was your initial? How many times did you see it?
I've seen it 4 times now.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, 4 times.
So you didn't really like it.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it, man. I barely was able to sit through it one time. No.
Oh,
so,
that's cool.
I mean, the third act, I think the only reason people don't like it is because it's just not paced as well as the first and second. I feel like the first and second, they're unfolding the story, there's narrative, but at the same time, there's action sprinkled through to keep you entertained and engaged. Whereas that third act, they really just go for that narrative and unfolding of the story. And then they kind of sprinkle in that action at the end. And I feel like that pacing just throws it off compared to the other 2 acts.
It feels like almost a different movie, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it does. It feels like they had a certain ending and then the studio wanted a different one. Like, no, exactly.
Yeah,
kind of going back to what you guys were saying,
Yeah. I felt like they had a point they had to get to. And they were like, oh, but the studio was probably pressuring him. Like, we need this dumb. And that's why I don't really like Marvel movies anymore. They need that big over the top. And I felt like that's not what this Batman was giving us, right? Like we were getting that like slow burn mystery. And then it's like, oh no, wait, here he is just knocking out 100 people on like, and then getting electrocuted and all that stuff. But see, I have a threshold. Like, Joe's very critical because he has to, it's his channel. But I have a thing like, if I'm entertained, I'll look past a lot of stuff. It's a fun movie, because at the end of the day, why do we watch these movies? To be entertained, right? So it's like,
exactly,
when a movie's fun, you're not trying to pick it apart. Like The Last Jedi, you want to pick that apart and just see just how stupid it was, because it was in my opinion, it was a really bad movie. And it wasn't even a bad movie.
Your favorite character?
It was a bad Star Wars movie. It wasn't a bad movie. Like, that's why I get why people like it. Like, the young kids that don't know old Star Wars, or like how Star Wars, the vibe of Star Wars, why wouldn't they like it? You know what I mean? Like it looks good. Like visually, like everything looked okay. It's not a bad movie. It's just not a good Star Wars movie. But I don't want to go back to that. It's a traumatic experience for me.
I can agree with you 100% on that, man. It's not a good Star Wars movie. But yeah, going back to the Batman, an actual good movie that was actually enjoyable and entertainable. Yeah, exactly, man. Growing up, my parents would always tell me, whatever you see in movies, don't believe it, because it's a movie. It's made for entertainment. And nowadays, it seems like they've swapped the narrative, and it's
everything has to be realistic. Yeah, like and if you're an actor, you have to play whatever you are. And it's like, that's the whole point of being an actor, is like, we used to applaud these people for becoming some other character. But it's nothing like that could ever last for too long. So I feel like we're towards the tail end. You know, it could go on like, I don't know, like, think about it. Like, this movie was pretty good. I couldn't believe they got it out. You know what I mean? Like, it was even like I also couldn't believe how far they pushed the Riddler. Like, he was terrifying at times. Like, my first viewing, I was like, whoa, because I was not expecting they're going this way. I was genuinely like scared of what was going to happen next. Like, I was like, wow, they're going there. I was like, this is awesome. The second time you notice different things. But yeah, I was really surprised. I think I loved his Planet of the Apes movies. So I didn't think he was going to make a bad movie, but also I know studios right now are all going crazy. So I applaud him double for him making this movie in this current day and age.
No, yeah, I totally get that, man. And yeah, I was totally shocked by the Riddler too, you know, especially considering our last iteration was Jim Carrey's in Batman Forever, you know. And talking about stuff that I do enjoy that shouldn't be, I do definitely enjoy Batman Forever.
Yeah, that's my childhood.
That's the Batman yeah, exactly. That's the one I grew up on. Everyone's always like Keen. I'm like, mine's Kilmer.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, I remember growing up, like, I remember the second and third movie. So I remember you know, Catwoman with I always tell the story, like, when she was in that movie's scary. When you go back and watch it, you were like, damn, no wonder why the parents complained. Like, that stuff was like, it was really dark. But it is the Dark Knight, right?
Every once in a while.
Yeah, and it's like, but the Catwoman scene, and it said "Hell Here," that image was like burnt into my memory forever. Like, but then also you remember the Riddler because he was just so big and over the top. And even I even like the other movie. Like, they're like, my whole thing is they're entertaining. They're not Nolan. You know, Nolan tried to go for, I'm going to tell you the best story I can make. And like, Nolan's movie makes you feel things, you know, you think about them, you go, whoa. But like the Burton ones and the other ones, they're just fun. And that's good too. I think this one, it almost feels like why I think us and a lot of people liked it. It felt very much like Arkham City. You know, like, it felt kind of like, it's kind of cartoony, but it's also realistic, but not too realistic.
Yeah, I totally get that, especially in that opening fight scene when he's getting down with the group of guys and he's taking a few hits. I get chills
when he stands up. Yeah, I love
that.
I
was the one, you know, controlling the controller and missing blocks and stuff. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, that was so. It was just so enjoyable. I would have saw that movie more times, but I really found, like, I don't trust my bladder. Like, 3 hours, and my whole thing was I was nervous that I was gonna have to go to the bathroom. So then I was like, then you think about it, and it's all you're thinking about. But and then the other thing is, like, 3 hours. Carving out 3 hours for me is like, I could make a video, I could do a live stream. Like, that's tough for me now. But I am gonna buy the Blu-ray when it comes out.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I definitely will be buying that Blu-ray. I think it's going to HBO Max sometime in April as well.
Always get physical media so they don't alter stuff.
No, I will, but, you know, if it happens to come out there first and stuff, you know, because I think they're going to drop it there first for a few weeks and
that
then
makes sense.
Release it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll do it that way so they can get a few subscriptions and subscribers, you know, to come in and pay them. So, yeah, I mean, that was, like I said, an amazing movie, like you said as well. And, yeah, I mean, my biggest thing with it also was that they used a lot of practical effects and sets. You can tell. I fucking love that shit, dude. That shit is the best. They don't make movies like that anymore. They don't go to locations, shoot outside. They're always in an indoor blue screen now. It's like, you can tell how, even though it's good, you can tell it's artificial.
Just make an animated movie. It's just an animated movie. Like, dude, No Way Home is an animated movie.
Yeah,
you look at the set picture. My whole thing is, I was telling Joe, I think they make those behind the scenes videos just for promotion. I think the whole movie is CGI.
Really?
I'm telling you, conspiracy, put your hat on. I think we're at right now with Disney is full CGI. They use those farms in like India and China and all these places. They pay the people like a cent. And then you go watch the end of a Marvel movie. the lists of the visual effect artists, they're longer than the movie. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying.
there's no laws too. Those people work like for like the whole day. It's just really Disney when you look into them. And the whole point, I don't care, but they act like they're good people. They virtue signal, and then they have concentration camps in China. It's like it's very interesting, Disney. You know, like what they're doing.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. I mean, that seems to be the case with a lot of companies nowadays. You know, they'll virtue signal, and then if you dig deep enough, you'll see that their virtual signaling is just something to hide what they're actually doing.
Yeah, it's like be about it or don't. You know, don't like they don't shame me when you're the corporation. You could like Disney has enough money, they could like save the world probably. You know what I mean? Like they could fix all the problems they complain about, but. The Batman was good though, but yeah, the practical effects were so good, and I found out that they even shot the car scene.
The Batmobile.
I was like, I can't believe it. That's like that's 90s movies right there, like those crazy car stunts where people died every movie, but like you got the good movie out of it. Like
you got the shot. You got the shot.
We got the shot. Oh, he's dead. Oh, we have the other stunt guy. You know, like it's horrible, but that's really how things were, man. When you watch like how they made movies back in the day, it was like so crazy, like, and that's why you went to go see a movie, right? Like they gave their all, and so we rewarded them and we got entertained. It's like we're going backwards with all this computer generated stuff, and that's why I think keep the movies smaller, because then they look more real. And like, you know, like, yeah, dude, the Green Goblin never existed. He was CGI the whole movie. So it's like, did we really get him back? Or did you just watch some fan-made film that like some guy made on YouTube and posted it? Like, that's scary to me. I don't like that.
No,
That's
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
Like playing tricks on our eyes, dude.
No, yeah, especially like when you actually go back and watch it. Yeah, that whole scene is just CGI where he's just there on the bridge. And then the next you know it, it's just like, yeah. Most of that movie is just CGI. I think only a handful of scenes were probably really filmed, in my opinion, than that one.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm calling true conspiracy. I'll make a video on it. Far From Home is an animated movie. Oh no, No Way Home. I get them all mixed up, man.
Right, they all start with home in some way or form.
But did you like that movie? It was fine. It was fine. I enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it for what it was, you know, especially seeing Toby and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, man. So, I'll be honest, unpopular opinion, I never liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man or the movies.
Yeah,
he was a little over the top.
Yeah, he was very whiny. And even in this movie, he cried the whole time.
Exactly.
I like how Toby just looked like he was judging these other two Spider-Mans. Like, he's like, damn, they're soft. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's crying the whole you know, like, we got Tobin only cried like once, right?
Yeah, after he got stabbed, but I think that's an acceptable time.
Like, he didn't even cry when at the end, though, like, he's staring at Uncle Ben's grave, and he's just like standing there like like thinking, you know, like, I have to be a superhero now. He wasn't like, ah!
Exactly, you know. I mean, there is that scene when he first gets shot.
Well, he's not Spider-Man yet.
That's true. That's true. I'll give you that. Yeah, that's true.
Andrew Garfield like cried in the suit. You know what I mean? Like, he cried in his suit. That's unforgivable.
I've seen those movies once. That's why I can't even remember that, because I've only seen those movies one time. I saw them once and I was like, I just can't enjoy these.
The second movie is so depressing. It's not even fun depressing. Like, you know, like, it's impactful. It's just like, why am I watching this? We should have went to the mall or something. But I did
anything other than watch this movie.
Yeah. I gotta go mow my lawn.
No, yeah, but I've enjoyed the Tom Holland ones. I have to admit, I have enjoyed them. But if I had to pick between him and Toby, I think I'd go with Toby. Yeah,
they're not like bad, but they're not good. Like, I actually enjoyed the middle one when they went to Italy. You know, my wife and I, we didn't watch like any Marvel movies for like years, right? And we were like, oh, the new one's coming out, and it was on one of the streaming services free. So we just said, why don't we just put it on? And I liked it because it did feel like a travel movie. Like, it was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed it. But, you know, like, maybe it was just because we had like a fun date night. I don't know if it was like the movie that was good or I just had a good time, but yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like Spider-Man should be amazing, hence the name, right? Like you should watch a Spider-Man movie and be like, I can't do anything else with my day but think about this movie. It should never just be like, oh yeah, they were okay, you know?
No, yeah,
but
I get that, especially with it being like one of the most popular superheroes.
You take your time, like don't rush the Spider-Man movie. Make it film it a few years and like make it really good. But no, they're like pump it out. So, but they're fine. Listen, at the end of the day, Marvel is like cotton candy. You know what I mean? It's like it's yummy when you taste it, but there's really no nutritional value. You know?
Yeah, and it kind of just melts away real quick.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's like yummy, but it's really not. Like there's not much to it. But it's like like the Nolan movies. You could go watch those in 100 years and they'll hold up just as good as when they came out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, Dark Knight's in my top 5 favorite movies.
Yeah, they're just they tell like a nice cohesive story. Like it's fun. They're different. They're more sophisticated. Me and Joe like came to the conclusion. I think that's the word. They're very sophisticated. You know what I mean? Like this movie, I feel like is more fun. It's more appealing. Like I get why younger kids, like you look on Twitter and like a lot of the younger kids, even like younger girls, because I show this thing. I have a segment on my show where I show my my co-host Joe. I show him like cringy Riddler and Batman and Catwoman. Like there's these Tumblr people on Twitter where they ship all the characters, right? So they'll draw like Batman and the Riddler kissing, and like they'll show like all this kind of weird cutesy
don't
Funko Pop looking art. And I like to show Joe that. It's a lot of fun.
Oh man, I heard you guys talking about that, but yeah, that's weird in my opinion. That's a little weird. These are fictional characters.
That's what little kids do. That's what little kids do, but hey, they like the movie. You know what I mean? Like they got the Twilight crowd that they wanted, I feel like, but they also I feel like they appeased our crowd too. I see more positive than negative from the whole, like the majority. So I think they got to win. If we needed Robert Pattinson as Batman, I'm all for it. I like him personally,
No, yeah. I mean, he actually changed my mind. I mean, I was one of those people when they first announced him, I was just like, oh man, really, Robert Pattinson and stuff.
Yeah.
But then after they dropped that first trailer, I was convinced, and I was like, okay.
Well, you never watched any of his other movies? You just knew him as Twilight guy?
And also from Harry Potter. I've watched
Harry Potter, yeah. I like him in Harry Potter. He was cool.
No, yeah.
Cedric.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he
Cedric
was.
Diggory.
Like, exactly. But it's just like in my mind, he did Twilight for so long and so often that's what I remembered him from. And it's just like.
Yeah, Hun, my wife, actually, she was part of that, like, that time. Like, she actually she read those books, and I went to go see the movies with her. And they get so much crap, but it's what I imagine girls feel when they come to our movies. Because I'm sure if you have a girlfriend or a wife, you drag her to your movies. I'm sure she doesn't want to go with you. You know what I mean?
Like Captain America, then yeah, she loves Captain America. Chris Evans.
Well, does she like Chris Evans or does she like Captain America?
Chris Evans.
So exactly. So if they needed to put Robert Pattinson to get the girls excited, like, and bring them, I'm all for it. As long as they give us what we need. And I know Robert Pattinson from he does only artsy movies now. So that's why I was surprised he even took Batman, because if you watch some of his, like, he did The Lighthouse, he did Good Times, and it's like, if you watch those movies, you'd be like, oh yeah, of course he could be Batman. But, I get that stigma, and I think that's why they casted him, because they got so much free buzz of people being like, they got the Twilight guy to be Batman, and it's like, it works. It's just, that's business, you know what I mean? So I'm good on them. Yeah, I think he's fine, and I think we're all going to love him as Batman. If Matt Reeves keeps this up, and he doesn't let the studio interfere, we're all going to be like, I cannot believe we got the best Batman movies ever. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I totally agree with that, man. I mean, I honestly was convinced after the first trailer, and after watching it the first time, I was like, okay, this is actually something I can see them continuing on, not just for 3 movies, but I say 6 or more movies.
Yeah, I think we should get rid of that. First of all, I think we should get rid of like a sequel right away. I feel like a movie should earn it. Like back then, like, they didn't sign off on sequels, and like, unless the movie was a hit, and then they go, let's make another one. But like, now you hear Marvel, like, we're going to make 17 more Spider-Man movies. And it's like, this one didn't come out yet. And it's like, you know, you don't even get a chance to be like, I guess he's not dying in this movie. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of like go, I don't want to hear about the sequel before I watch the first one. And I think if companies get rid of this trilogy thing, we get rid of trilogies. Like, just make a movie until the story's over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I totally get that. Or if it's good enough to stand on its own, let it stand on its own. Not every movie needs a sequel.
Yes, and I feel like this movie stands alone. And if they do make a sequel, then that's cool. Hopefully it's good. But if not, like, I could pretend that this movie stands alone. So either way, I'm happy. What'd you think before we move on? I'm sure we beat. No one wants to hear people talking positively about something for so long. Did you like the Joker?
Oh, I was going to ask you the same thing. Okay, so I'm in the middle of it. It didn't sell me. The whole time I was kind of bored when he was talking and stuff. I mean, it looks kind of interesting. You can tell where their influences are. You know, a little Heath Ledger here, a little Jack Nicholson there.
He did the Heath Ledger, the mouth thing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like, I felt like it's a, you know, like a guy like trying to be like do an impersonation. I didn't get wowed. And my whole defense was, it is a deleted scene. So they could make him look completely different. Mm-hmm. And I hope they do. I hope they tone it down. I just want a swap. Like, the actor looks creepy enough. Put him in white face paint. That's it. Like, that's all he needs. He's a weird looking dude. But the girls like him. So, like, why would you mess his face up like that? I just want a mobster Joker. I want a suave, charming, crazy Joker that's unsettling. You don't need, like, he looked like a horror monster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it was just too, like, where are you going with this?
No, yeah, I totally agree with that, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just kind of like, really the only thing that caught me was maybe the laugh at the end, where I was like, okay, I can see if he works on it, it could be decent. But
yeah.
Other than that, I was kind of just bored the whole time. You know, I was
I didn't like his hair. The Joker needs a full head of hair. Like, he looked like a freaking monster. Like, not the Joker is a monster. He doesn't need to look like one. That's the whole point. It's like, you know, even that's why Joaquin worked so great. Like, he's like a good looking dude. You know, he's creepy, but like, he could be a normal guy, but then he could snap. And that's what made him so good, right? Like, that's what made the movie. He wasn't like a monster from the beginning, and like, he didn't look scary. Show me he's scary without telling me he's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly,
or tell me, show it to me
without showing me.
In action, not in appearance. That's what I meant. So I feel like they cut it out on purpose. I'm glad they did. And I think they're going to tone it down, if anything. Like, even if people, I think they'll tone it down a little bit. And I need a full head of hair.
No, yeah, I agree with that. And I feel like if it's been a year since they've had their encounter, wouldn't he be a lot more healed up? Like, what happened that he was that damaged? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looked like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, it looked fresh.
Like
everything looked real fresh and stuff. It's like,
yeah, his nails were bleeding, and I was just like, too much, man. What are you doing here? But again, I trust Matt Reeves, and I'm a type of guy, like, I need to see it in the movie before I judge it. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, like, I'm sure everyone, and now that we all saw it already, next time we see him, it's going to be less jarring, and I'm sure it's going to be fine. Either way, I'm sure it's going to be fine. It won't be my favorite, but maybe something else in the movie will be. I don't have to like every Joker. I did like the Leto Joker. I know that's very controversial. I like him as an actor, and I think he didn't get a chance to prove himself as Joker to people. It's not his fault. But I liked that gangster Joker, even the tattoos. What would dude, what's your name, by the way? I almost called
Jesse.
You Joe. Kelsey?
I'm Jesse. No, Jesse.
Jesse. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I call everyone Joe now. Manny, when I do a show with Manny, I call him Joe now, and I got to work on it because I'm so used to yelling at Joe. We're not yelling while talking to Joe. I never yell at Joe. But I forgot what we were talking about. It's all right.
We were talking about Leto.
ADHD.
Leto as Joker.
Oh, Leto. Yeah, I thought we didn't get a chance. It's not fair to judge him because we didn't get to see him enough. But I love the idea of a gangster. And so if the Joker was real in real life, he'd look like like a SoundCloud rapper. A crazy person would have face tattoos. You know what I mean? He's like a current day mobster guy. And I thought I was actually really on board. So I was let down with Suicide Squad, to say the least.
I think everybody was let down by that movie besides a very, very small percentage of people, man.
Yeah, it just was like they cut so much out. Like, it didn't feel like a movie. It was just like mishmashed. And I think they did an extended cut, but I don't care. It's too late.
It's over. It's done.
Yeah, we'll move on. But if we ever get a Joker movie with him, I'd be down with him and Affleck. Like, I feel like both of them never got a chance to be good Batmans yet, or like Joker.
Yeah.
Like, we needed a movie before Justice League, in my opinion.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that. The DCEU totally rushed it. They tried to do 10 years of movie and one in BVS.
So weird. Weird, dude. I don't know why. What's the rush?
Well, they had to catch up to Marvel, man. Didn't you know
that? But they didn't have to. Like, they could have just started now, and then when Marvel burnt out, they would have been like, haha. But you know how execs work. But
yeah, they want that instant cash now.
Yeah.
And it's just
the Avengers worked here. Do it now.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, exactly, man. And that's the exact argument I've been making about that DCU for the longest time. It's like they literally crammed 10 years of movie into BVS. It started as a Batman v Superman movie. And they're like, oh, Wonder Woman's in it. So now it's going to be a Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
And then the final trailer come out and they have Doomsday in it. It's like, the fuck kind of movie is this? I thought it was a BVS when the BVS part is only like 3 minutes long.
Dude, DC works best when they keep it low. Look at their biggest hits. Joker, that movie was made for shoestrings. Like, he had a shoestring budget and he had to make it good. Like, DC's more grounded. Give me like less is more with DC. Like the Joker. Did the Joker have like a big third act where like the whole world was coming down and he had to fight 100 Riddlers? Like, I don't remember that.
No, I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
Did you hear they're trying to make a sequel to that movie though?
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Everyone's all excited about it. I'm just like, it's such a perfect movie on its own. It doesn't need a sequel.
He's fat now anyway. He gained a lot of weight. Like, he's normal weight. Like, he was like anorexic in that movie.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to be able to do that again.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Oh, hell no. Especially when I cut down for a show. I'm not that skinny and anorexic, but it's still not fun.
It's not fun for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I used to like work out like and I was I was like gonna be a nutritionist, so like I studied and did all that stuff, and I still have it, but I don't really live by it now. But I do I'm like I live like a healthy lifestyle, but not like annoyingly. Like I'm not trying to do 6-pack no more. I'm good. Like I'm not trying to be a fat slob, but I'm also not trying to be like in competitive and stuff like that. But I'm just living right now. I'm like just vibing.
No, I totally agree with you on that, man. I'm kind of in the same place right now.
Well, you're the buff toy collector, so you have to.
Yeah, I have to keep up appearances, man. I got it. No, but I'm in my.
It's forever
right
that name.
now,
You can't change it.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me. Like people from high school know me just as being the buff guy and stuff. So it's like I kind of just have to keep it up at this point. You know what I mean? So. Right now I'm in my off season and I'm taking actually this year off from competing and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of living like you, I'm still on my meals and training and stuff like that, trying to get ready for my next year and stuff. But yeah, trying to balance out life a little bit more, work on my own personal career, work on my channel and page.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. And
what,
the summer, I never worry. Like, I don't know where you are, but on the East Coast, like the winters suck. And it's just like, you always gain weight in the winter. And then in the summer, I'm like the most active guy. Like, in the summer, my skin, it goes like my real Italian shows, and I'm like brown in the summer because I'm always out. The winters in New York, man, I can't wait to move. I got to get out of here. It's horrible.
Where are you trying to move to?
Anywhere. Florida, probably. Everyone's trying to go to Florida, but I'm done with the cities and stuff. I'm good.
No, yeah, I totally feel you on that. I'm actually
overhyped.
in LA, so
Oh,
we
you're in
have
LA, so.
yeah, so we have decent weather. I can't complain.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, Manny's in Figure Kingdom's in California too. He was trying to complain about some weather, and I was like, "Go f yourself." I said, "See, look at my. It snowed yesterday. I had a shirt on the day before, and yesterday there was a snow blizzard that my phone made an alarm. That's how crazy the blizzard was. I don't know what's going on here, dude.
We had a little
It's
bit of rain.
East Coast sucks. Don't you? Let's move on because I get mad when I think about the weather here."
No, yeah, I totally get you on that, man. Because I don't know if you know who Jason B. Michael is on Instagram. He's a toy photographer, but he lives in Canada, and they were getting hit pretty hard with some snowstorms earlier in the year and
Dude,
stuff.
Canada's
And I was like,
always cold.
oh yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah,
people
they're
live
used
there,
to
man.
it though. They're used to it. Like that's the thing. Like they're like you. It's like always kind of hot where you are. You know what I mean? Like it's never really. You ever do you own a jacket, like a heavy jacket?
I do.
Like a heavy jacket?
Yeah, because I have to go to the mountains to take my dog to the snow every once in a while.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's how you know you're from California. You go to the snow.
Yeah, you gotta search it out. That's funny. I love it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah, the
have to
snow
go up
comes
the
to
local
us here.
mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. New York is it's fun. It was fun growing up because I was like when I was really young, like way too young. I was exploring Manhattan with all my friends, but now I'm settling down. I want to move to like a dead end street in like a place where it's like $10 to live. You know what I mean? That's where I'm trying to go.
No, I totally get that. I mean,
Yeah.
besides Florida, where else would you think of moving?
I don't even know. Like I'm not good geographically. Like I'm the last person to but somewhere else. And it's getting so expensive to live here. It's really well, I don't know if you my toy hunts, people see my toys cost more than everybody else's, like other places. I'm sure you got it too in California.
No,
You
yeah,
guys
we
get
got
that
big,
premium.
oh yeah.
You
We
get
got
that
big
nice
price tags.
premium out there too. But there's places like I see some people with some Walmarts and they're just like, and they get good clearance. Like I don't even know what clearance is because when my Walmart has a clearance, they take off 3 cents and put a yellow sticker on it.
Yeah, mine does the same thing, dude. All
People
the Walmarts
get
here
like
in LA do the
dollar
same thing.
NECA toys, and I'm like, F you, dude. Congratulations, but F you.
No, I totally agree, man. Because yeah, my clearance section doesn't get shit like that, and if it does, it's like $1 or $2 off. It's like
Mine's not even.
all
It's
right.
literally pennies. I document it. It's a joke. It's literally insulting. Just don't even. They shouldn't even play. Like who are they tricking?
They're wasting the 3 cents on the sticker they're putting on it.
Yeah, and then you damage the. Yeah, just throw them in the garbage. Don't even waste the time. It's always Funko Pops on clearance.
Nobody wants those anymore. But I actually just watched your recent video where you actually found all those cheap ass NECA figures, man.
Oh yeah. So my newest video today is, so NECA's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And Mythic Legions is too. So I'm very lucky because when we go to just local shows, like not even big ones, like little ones, both of them are usually there. So from the beginning, like I got like really good Mythic Legions for no tax. Like they charge, you pay cash, it's $25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I even got like in the beginning it was like $20 for a figure. So I have a ton of them. And then the NECA figures used to be even cheaper. If you got there early before they were unpacking, they let people like line up before they even set up the show. And I went a few times, and it's like, I tell people all the time, like, you don't see me buying NECA figures because I get them for like, sometimes you get them for $5. I buy the damaged boxes because they get returns from like the stores that they don't, some items don't sell, they take them back. And then, the box is not good enough to resell on Amazon or something. So, sometimes they'll have a ripped back or something, or even sometimes broken inside the figure, like an accessory or something. I don't care. I open all my stuff. So I got so lucky, like over the years, and I have some hauls on my channel. If you go back, probably put NECA in the search and you'll see some of them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars saved from the NECA. That's why I'm very lucky, knock on wood, but I'm usually up to date with all the NECA figures but I cut down now since I made my own figure. That's what I'm focused on. Like I'm focused on goose. I'm goose crazy. Look, I got the neon light. We gotta get you a neon light.
I know, right?
Maybe a coffee cup.
Right?
Dude, you gotta get a coffee cup.
Dude, right?
Yes.
That's what I need. Right back here, right?
Perfect. Yep.
Yep. So talking about Goose, man, do you want to talk about Goose, Fat Cap Joe, and System Island a bit?
Hell yeah. I'm always down to talk. So I made sure I got a bunch of my stuff. So I'm wearing to give a shout out, my merch, April 1st, I'm gonna start doing a thing now where my merch website, it's my Teespring, it's on my page in the bio actually. So if anyone's interested, this is one of the designs are getting discontinued. So every month I'm gonna make limited shirts to that month. So like if you had one from that month, everything's gonna be limited from now on. So April 1st, all the designs up are coming down, and then new ones are coming out, and I'm super excited. So that's like a thing I've been promoting a lot lately. So check it out. Just follow me if you're watching this anytime. If you're watching this, because you put this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I do. I put it at the end of my podcast.
You got to give me your. I'll subscribe to you. You got to give me your channel after this.
Sounds good.
And then so I got some of my Goose Fabas now. Wave 2 is missing because I actually sold my Wave 2 one. My whole thing going forward is I want to keep one of each, whatever line I make. So this was my first ever one. Hold on. So that's the regular Goose Faba in his official outfit. So like, like cartoons, they have like an official outfit. This is his like official garb, red shoes, camel pants, the goose shirt, and then his normal head right there. And then this was the third release where I made a battle damaged head. Where's the freaking camera? I'm not used to the phone. So this is the battle damaged head, which I love how it came out. That's the sculpt right there. That's the evil corporation from System Island. And then my other ones just will have like these pink camel pants and stuff, and just like different designs. But this is like his original look. And these aren't for sale, but I do have a 1/6 scale one as well. So, and these could always, maybe in the future, you never know. I'm planning until next year. I have so much cool stuff coming out. I'm really excited. It's like, I'm having the most fun I've ever had with toys. And I usually, how do you not have fun with toys? You know what I mean? So I'm just living the dream right now for sure.
No, yeah, that's really cool, man. And I know one time during your live streams, you were talking about releasing your new figure. I think it was when you were getting ready to drop it. You said like your figures don't come with accessories yet, but have you thought of doing like accessory packs later on down the line?
I'm glad you said that. So I'm currently working on, the whole thing is like, I don't have a 3D printer. I have all the designs in the world, but I got to work with people. So like when I'm working with different people, I'm on their time. So right now I would have like 5 waves already, but I got to work with different people because I don't just, and people who own my figures know this, like everything I put out, like I check, and I like, there's ones that I didn't sell because, I have ones over here, like it's just not up to my code. Like maybe there's a little piece of something you would never notice. Like if you bought it, you'd be happy, but I'm like, I'm putting out like, I'm not doing this with the sole purpose to make money. I'm doing this because I'm having fun and I'm creating something I always want to do, and I'm starting the brand. So everything I put out has to be 100% to my 110% to like my standard for this figure. And thank goodness I had no complaints. Everyone was super happy, and that's how you build the hype. You know what I mean? Like I have people all the time asking me, when's the next one coming out? That's good. That's a good sign.
Oh yeah, dude, that's great. You have interest, man. That's always great in business, So what are you working on currently for your next line?
You're asking all the right questions. So right here, this is like, okay. This is my little work table right here. I got a lot of the parts. So right now, I'm super excited. Look, I'm waiting on some parts right now in the mail. Once they're here, I'm gonna do a photo shoot, and we could go like that. People know with me, I drop like, sometimes I'm like, we'll drop it today. So you definitely got to make sure you're following me. But this is the Fat Cap Joe hoodie. When people feel this hoodie, it's like, even the drawstrings work, bro. Like that's how I'm not messing around. Like the drawstrings work, and look at that back print.
Damn, that's clean.
I'm so excited how these came out. And so, Fat Cap Joe is Fat Cap Joe is actually my first toy that I ever made. In 2014, I made like an art toy, because I'm an artist. You know, I don't really, you know, I started talking about it more now, but you know, I've been an artist. I had a clothing brand. You know, we used to do like Warped Tour. I had shirts and Hot Topic and stuff. But
Oh wow.
in 2014, I collabed with this guy who was doing really good castings, and he made like a ton of these in different colors. And so this was the original Fat Cap Joe. You can see his head's the little fat cap. And then I just put the Disney ears on him, even though it has lore. He actually came with a comic book. I have one of them over here. Hold on. Yeah, he came with this comic book, and it shows it's actually a character, Ricky Rat. And if you bought the figure, you got this book. Look, here you go. He actually rips off this Ricky Rat's ears, and like that's he's actually wearing someone's scalp. Look at that. But it's very crude. Fat Cap Joe is a punk. He's not Goose Fob is my hero. Like in in my story, he's like the main character. He's like us. You know, like me and you watching the movie, we'd be like, yeah, Goose Fob. But Fat Cap Joe, he's not evil, but he's just a punk. You know, like he you know, like don't F with him. So
okay, yeah.
I could have more fun with. You know, like he could do things that like I wouldn't want Goose Fob doing. You know, acting like, you know, maybe because I was telling people were asking me, and when I do my live streams, people like to ask questions, and I love doing them, where they kind of ask like lore questions, and they're like, does Goose Fob use guns and stuff? And I'm like, I don't really see, because like Goose Fob is kind of like when we were growing up, like the 90s, you know, like the cool punk kids in the 90s, but not punk, like that alt rock, you know, like that alt rock kid, like they were just like, F you, you know, watching like DX on TV and stuff like that attitude where, you know, they're not like bad kids, but they're just kind of like F you. That's like Goose Fob. He's like not he's tough, but he's not like a criminal or anything like that. You know, Fat Cap Joe does criminal stuff, you know, but he's not like a villain. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. So like an anti-hero?
Yeah, but like, you know, Fat Cap Joe, he'd probably be using guns. Goose Fob, he'll use a blaster. So like in System Island, there's like blasters and all kinds of stuff. And speaking of, I'm currently working on a 3D modeled blaster. So it's going to be like, you know, it's going to have the Sculpt logo on it. Like it's going to have like cool details and stuff. And everything I make is going to be like different. It's not just going to be like, you know, like a pistol or something. It's going to be like in universe. And that's what I'm really excited about.
No, man, that's really cool. I mean, it seems like you have a lot of great ideas to continue to grow your own lore and your own universe that you've created already. So, I mean, that's pretty
I've been
exciting.
doing it for like, I've been building this story for like 10 years. And I just started, like, now I feel like I have a platform where enough people care about it that I could start making stuff. So, you know, all these ideas were in my head. I built this world the world's like real in my head. You know what I mean? It's like saying like me and you talking Batman lore, you know, like Gotham City, and then, you know, like Bane and all this stuff, like those, like we could picture it in our head, and it's like that's in my head, and I'm gonna slowly start. The whole thing is like I'm in no rush, so slowly, like little bit, when you follow me, like I you know, little more and more, I put out like little mini comics or a picture, and so I just start building the lore in the world that day, that, you know, day by day, and I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm just having a blast. You know, I can't wait for, you know, I'm working on accessories, I'm working on props. So like you could have a little, my whole goal is, I told people, I want to have a little section of your shelf for System Island. That's my goal.
That's great, man. That's actually great that you're thinking about that, because that's kind of what people do when they enjoy something, you know, and they want to have a shelf. And it seems like a lot of these companies don't provide that, and we have to kind of create it ourselves, you know, create a shelf and all this stuff. And it seems like you're thinking ahead and just providing something that, you know, a lot of other ones wouldn't provide because they just don't think that way.
Well, we're collectors, right? We know what we want. You know,
exactly.
The execs as Hasbro and Mattel, they're looking at it from a different standpoint. Like I'm lucky enough, like my whole point was and it's cool because with YouTube, people were with me from the beginning, right? And my whole goal was, I'm sick of complaining about things I don't like from corporations and companies. My goal is going to be, I'm going to make everything that I want to exist in the world. And it's like, you know, when, you know, me and you collect the Batman toy line, we didn't get a Gordon. why didn't we get a Gordon? We might never get a Gordon, you know, like, so, but when me being in control is, I get to do all the things that we would yell or complain on Instagram about Mattel or Hasbro or whatever doing, and I get to do them. So it's like, I'm super excited. It's a lot of fun, and I just want to create a world and that people like just as much as I do. And I already see there's some people, like if you look at the Goosefaba hashtag, seeing people enjoying him and making their own stories up, it's unbelievable. Like, I can't even explain it to you. It's so cool.
No, yeah, man, that's great. You're actually seeing something, like you said, that's been 10 years in the making, essentially, in your own head, in your own, you know, documents and everything. Now you're seeing
from 2003. Since I was 13, Goosefaba was my character. This thing, I used to write this on people's stuff. little punk 13-year-old Rocco, but vandalism is bad. I disavow it. But you know, I didn't know any better when I was younger. But yeah, and so it's like, just like, I'm taking all the ideas I ever had and just like putting them out, and like, and believe, and when you believe in your stuff, and that's what turns people on to it. It's like, people saw that I love Goosefaba, so you can invest in him because you know it's going to go somewhere. You know, like, this isn't just a one-off head. You know, there are so many talented people that just make these beautiful head casts and sell them off as one-offs. And it's like, they don't have a name, they don't have a world, and it's like, they're awesome and they sell, but it's like, you could be building something fun, you know, and that's what I'm trying to do more than anything. It's like, I'm trying to build the world that I want to see on the shelf. Like, I just made a diorama today that I'm going to put in one of my Detolfs, System Island diorama. So I'm actually first time doing a diorama in like years. It's pretty, yeah. I gave it up like years ago, or like 2 years since the beginning of the CoolF. I haven't really touched the foam, but I pumped, I ripped everything out today, and I'm pretty, I got like in the middle. I'm in the middle of a diorama right now.
Well, I mean, that's good, man. I mean, it's probably something that you've missed in a way. I'm sure once you got started, you realized how much you missed it.
Yeah, you know, but with working out, it's like, once you're at the gym, you could go stay there for 3 hours, but really, like, sometimes those days getting to the gym, it's the hardest thing you can do.
No, yeah, that's why I always tell people, the days you don't want to go to the gym are actually the days you end up having the best workout, because you just, once you're there, and you start having a great workout. So no, yeah, man. But we've talked a lot about stuff, but what exactly got you into collecting? What got you into the mindset of, you know, now you're an adult collector and now you're in the business of creating your own toy? Let's go back to the beginning, man. What got you into all this?
So my first ever exposure to toy hunting was The Dark Knight. My friends were, growing up, as you know, I was like a music guy. I really wasn't a nerd. Like, I wasn't into nerdy things like comic books and stuff like that. Obviously, when I was younger, I grew up with Batman. So, like, I always knew about Batman and Spider-Man and stuff. But, like, I didn't get it. Like, you know, like, we know this community now. You know, we know everything. Like, you could name all Batman's villains and stuff. To me, like, I was very, like, I knew it as a kid. And then, like, I didn't think about it. I thought about girls and music. Like, that was me in my formative years. But then in 2008, when my friends were kind of nerdy, you know, they read comics and they knew about all this stuff. They were like, oh, this new Batman movie's coming out. It's going to be, they were explaining all this stuff to me. They were like, it's so cool. The Joker and Batman and all this stuff. And I was like, I like Batman. Yeah, Batman's cool. And they were like, you want to come to Jersey? We're going to go on a toy hunt. I'm like, what's a toy hunt? And they literally took me. I still remember Billy and John. They took me. We went to Jersey. We went to a Walmart. And they were showing me the Movie Master figures. You remember those?
Yeah.
The Movie Masters, where they were from Mattel, and they were like supposed to be like, they were one of the first toys for a movie that were like for adults. Like, they felt they were like premium figures with good sculpts and everything. And and they explained chase figures to me. They explained like all this stuff, and I got hooked. And that was, and I remember, I think one of my first figures buying that I bought like as a toy hunter was the Goon from that line, the you know, the Joker thug, whatever he was with the mask. And so when I see that figure, it gives me like nostalgia.
No, that's cool, man. And then since then, have you just been collecting, or was there a period where you stopped and then you started
Yeah,
again?
you always like, you get into it, you get out of it. I've sold and rebought my collection so many times in like but like this has been the longest. Like this last run has just been, because now it's like I have my own house. You know, it was hard. I had a small room in my mom's house, and like I really couldn't collect because I would have to get rid of things because I didn't have a lot of space. But now it's like, look at this whole room is just filled with garbage. You know what I mean? Just all this is stupid garbage. But
No,
I would
I
like it to
mean,
be System Island stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know.
yeah.
We all collect stupid garbage. I'm not singling myself out, but yeah, it's just fun. It's fun. It's a thing to do. It's a thing to look forward to. You know, I think psychologically we all do it for like, you know, so like similar reasons. Like it's a hobby. I think everyone needs a hobby. And it's a fun hobby because when you want to get out of it, it usually pays to have this stuff. Like it's not a hobby where you lose money. So I think that's a good way to justify it too.
No, yeah, that's totally true, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, I used to go to the gym as a hobby, then I became a competitor, and it felt more like a job. So I needed to find a hobby, and that's how I got into this. And then now this is somewhat feeling like a job at some points with YouTube and stuff, but it's a funner job than anything else that, what I'd be doing.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel that too, and that's, you know, that comes with doing anything, right? Like it's the grind is there. That's why I love live streams. Live streams, I get to be silly. You see my life. They're anarchy, you know. Like, and people tell me they're like, there's no other toy live streams like this. Usually, all the other ones are just people talking about toys. You would think on a toy channel we're gonna hear
Yeah,
about toys, but we actually talk about everything but.
yeah.
And I like that. You know, if you want toys, I have hundreds of videos you could watch for the toys. But the live streams, I think right now especially, a lot of people were stuck in their houses. You know, we're not really hanging out with our friends and getting that social interaction. And I use the live streams just as much as the people say they watch them for. You know, like it's good to talk to people and have interactions and like have that fun outlet, you know? Because, you know, guys like to talk to people. We like to talk to each other. You know, you have a show, like 11 episodes. You're
No,
killing it.
yeah. I mean, you were one of the influences to help me get and do live shows and stuff like that.
For real?
Besides, yeah. I mean, I've always, like I said, I've watched your live shows for a while. I've watched your videos since
So
the
you've seen
beginning
all
of
the
the coop and
you've seen all
everything.
the debauchery.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen it
So
all, man. I've seen it
you're
all.
cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah,
You're one of
yeah.
the real ones. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been around for a while, man. I've been watching you for a while. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I said, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy your channel and your live streams because, yeah, it's just a chill atmosphere. And, yeah, you guys, once in a while, we'll talk about toys, but for the most part, you guys are just talking about bullshit stuff and whatever you guys want.
It's funny that you said that because tomorrow, me and Figure Kingdom are actually going to do a show. Like when the thing is too, like if toy news comes out and I don't really care about it, there's, you know, what am I going to say? I hate, dude, I'm not even going to go there. Let's not talk about hate. We're going to talk about, it's just like, there's people that give out free promotion. You know what I mean? Like for these companies. And it's like, we have power. Like people don't know, as customers and as social media people, we have power. So don't give the corporations any freebies. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I
But
totally agree with that.
like when toy news comes out, everyone reshares the same pictures. And it's like,
Hmm.
you're giving Hasbro, they have a market budget for this, you know, like DM them and say, hey, could you send me $100? I'm going to post your stuff. Do something, but whatever. But so when news comes out like that, like the wrestling figures, like I like the retro people, like, you know, the Attitude Era and the 80s people, you know, the new guys, I don't know what's going on with wrestling. But so I saw wrestling news tomorrow. Yeah, we have the power to cancel the Rancor, Toy Junkies. Exactly. Dude, can we talk about
Yeah,
that? How happy were
yeah.
you?
Oh man, I was so happy. First off, I never wanted a Rancor, so the fact that that was the first Black Series HasLab, I was just thoroughly pissed. I was like, really, you didn't do a play set? You didn't do
Mhm.
something better? You know what I mean? Like, come on, like really a
Yeah.
Rancor? I mean, I personally don't really care for the aliens too much in Star Wars. I love clone troopers and Jedi and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
those are
the
cool,
aliens are
but the
cool.
aliens are cool too.
No, I mean sprinkled in and everything, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for a Rancor and stuff like that, like just that, I'm just like, all right, I
Yeah,
was
and then
out
it's
from the
like
start.
the Rancor is it's so niche too, because it's like he was in one scene in like a freaking in a pit where he dies right away, and it's like you know, are you going to invest that much shelf space for that scene? And then they didn't even give us the girl that falls in there, or the Rancor key, or did they throw him? They threw him in when they were failing.
At the last minute, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. But my whole thing was, and we went hard on the channel going against this because, you know, I could buy one, I could do a review on the channel, and I could subsidize it. You know what I mean? But my whole thing was, they were taking advantage of us. Hasbro and Disney, first of all, I don't like the idea of these companies doing crowdfunds. That's for me or you if we want to make something. We need the capital. Disney and Hasbro has investors for days. They don't, that's a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? That they don't need to be doing that. It's insulting that they even are. Same with Mattel. I was, you know, hard on Mattel doing this as well. Unless they were going to give us an amazing deal, then you do it. But they were overcharging. The paint, they didn't even give the freaking thing a paint job. It was shiny, cheap plastic. It had no accessories. They had the gall to put a paper backdrop as an accessory. Hasbro, suck it. Come on. That's insulting, bro.
Plus some 3D printed skulls and stuff that you could pretty much buy on eBay.
Every person, you could DM 100 people today. They could print you those skulls for like $3 each right now.
Exactly.
But yeah,
I think the Razor Crest was a decent HasLab, but definitely not the Rancor.
Dude, that could have been, dude, that's a $50 item. You don't even know what it costs these companies. They own the factories in these places. You know what I mean? Like, it's too deep. I'll sound like Alex Jones if I go too deep into it. But I know a lot about that stuff because, yeah, I have in like marketing and all this stuff. I have actually a background in it, so I know like what these companies do. I know like I know a lot of stuff. So I sound crazy when I'm like running through Target, kind of lightly roasting stuff that I have to remind myself not to go too inside because, you know, there's some random guy coming across just like, this guy's a hater, but it's like, I know a lot more than I could get across in like a simple one line in a story, you know what I mean? But it's all good. I like it. It's fun. It's fun. But yeah, the fact that the Rancor failed, it's just like, it just showed Hasbro, like, you know, don't take advantage of us. And even Mattel, the Mattel ring was failing, and then they had to throw Macho Man and the table. All that stuff should have been in it already. You know what I mean? So we just got to stand up for ourselves. We are the, you know, it's like, we're the power. We're the customer. And people forget that. And that's my whole, like, one of my inspirations making the toy brand was like, we're the, you know, I want to listen to what people want. I want to give people what they want. You know, like, you know, Hasbro, we complain about stuff. They go, F you, you're going to buy it anyway, you schlub. You know, so I don't want to just talk about things. I want it to be about it. And so, you know, that's why I think so many people were, you know, did have my back and did support because they feel that way too.
Oh yeah, man. I think as a whole, as a collector's base, we're starting to feel that with these big name companies, you know, especially with Hasbro. I mean, my biggest gripe has been with Black Series. They give us so little and they keep jacking up the prices. Yet if you look at the same brands under the same company, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, for under or about $20 cheaper than the Star Wars figures, you're getting an alternate head, alternate hands, accessories, and with the Star Wars
energy effects, like and decent
the accessories you should be getting.
Yeah. Star Wars, we get no accessories, if any, and if you do get a blaster, it looks like a dollar store blaster. And then like the paint just is like less and less, and they're sloppy. And I got a Stormtrooper helmet that was like glued sideways, and I had the balls, I had the nerve to say like that Hasbro messed up and they were sloppy in a video. That video went viral because so many shills were defending this major corporation that literally has like China camps where the kids can't even jump out the windows from working too hard because there's bars on them. And they have the nerve to say that I can't say my opinion. And I was even so mild. I was like just disappointed because I was excited about these figures that came out. If you look, it's just it was one of my biggest videos it turned out to be, which is funny. That video totally paid for the whole wave, which was great. So, but
no, I totally get that because I had a similar situation with the recent Mcfarland Dark Knight Returns Batman. I did a review on him and I was criticizing it because he took away the double elbow joint. It only has a
Me
single.
too, bro. I said that too. It's so stupid.
Yeah, and then the app crunch and I said a few other things, and I was like, you know what? This is the best looking McFarlane figure he's put out,
Yeah.
but it falls short of being the best McFarlane figure he's put out. And a lot of people were like, oh, you're complaining too much, blah blah blah. It's like, one, McFarlane doesn't send me this shit. I paid my own money for this, so I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. You know, if I like it, I like it. If not, you're gonna hear it. You know, go listen to somebody else that got it from McFarlane for free. And
go
if you
listen
do,
to
most of the time exactly, and even most of the time they still criticize it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like people try to stifle opinions that they don't like into where it just shuts you up, right? Like it's think about it. A lot of people, they don't have balls. They just shut up and then they'll never speak out again. It works. You know, like we're seeing this in the real world. We're seeing it in a toy company. And it's the whole thing is like, always speak up. Always say your opinion. If you offend people, you're offending people that don't, like, they're wrong people anyway. Like they don't, if someone gets mad that you're not 100% pleased with your purchase, that you have every right to criticize, then most of the time too, it's like a 10-year-old. So you have to, when you're on the internet for so long, you realize like there's probably like, dude, it's sometimes I'll get a wild comment and I'll click on it and it's like a freaking 7-year-old. And he has a Roblox like video where he's like, hey, today's we're gonna play Roblox. And I'm just like, this guy told me to kill myself. You know what I mean? Like, I got someone was like, you touched the figure on the shelf and you didn't put it back where it belongs. You should jump in front of a car and kill you. And I was just like, totally, like, makes sense. But that's why I don't take any.
How wild these people get, like.
Yeah, people say stuff online they would never say to your face.
No, yeah, it's just crazy to think like over a toy, man, like a literal toy. Not just that, but like there's editing. You didn't edit the part. You edited the part out that you maybe picked it up. You just, like.
No. I definitely make a mess. I make a mess, and then I started doing it on purpose because it did make.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember a video specifically. You said that you pointed that out, that someone got mad at you, and you're like, "Oh, Hun actually picks it up after me." And then
she usually does, but I make a mess on purpose because I want people. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. You know what I mean? That's how I live my life. I'm not my own boss, so I could listen to people and suck nuts.
No, I'm the same exact way, man. You know, I run my own business and everything out of my own place and everything. So yeah, I became my own boss to be my own person and stuff. So yeah, I'm the same way. I don't listen to it. Exactly.
I'm not gonna flex in front of you. I'm not flexing in front of you, but I'll flex off air.
When's the high tea show coming back, man?
When Carl finishes that comic book. I'm waiting on him. He's still working on it. He's doing everything by himself. So next one, I'm sure he'll farm some of this stuff out, but it's all right. He's young. It's his first campaign, and he'll get to it. I know it. He's good. I check in on him sometimes, but when he's ready, I'm not gonna bother him with a live stream until he's ready. But it'll be back. It'll be back.
Well, if you and Joe ever need another guy, let me know, man. I'm in.
You're pretty high tea. I could see you. I can see you filling it. Listen, we'll definitely get you on one day.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, chat. Hit the heart button right now. Help us send this out. Just share this to if you're watching this right now, you could share it to yourself or share it to like a random person's message, not email, their DMs. And that actually helps the stream. It shows it to more people. They got to make us jump through hoops all the time, buddy. It's wild.
Yeah, exactly, man. Those algorithms, always learning. Oh, yep, there we go. I mean, we pretty much covered Oh, go for it, man. Go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say is like I always just listen to big YouTubers, whatever knowledge they give out. If they're should listen to it. I tell people all the time, like, I'm not telling you my tips. I'm giving you things I've learned from people who are doing it. You know what I mean? And some people don't think my whole thing is I could learn something new every day. My mind is always open. I want to learn.
No, yeah, that's the way to look at the world, man. I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but I always think back of episode 1 of Star Wars when they're underwater and they're being chased by that big fish, and then another big fish comes back, and Qui-Gon's just like, there's always a bigger fish. I've always thought that in my mind. Like, no matter how good you are, there's always going to be someone better that has something to teach you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as long as you're open to constantly learning and stuff, you know, you're honestly just going to get better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everyone's at a different point. Everyone's at a different stage in their life. You know, that's why it's like, I don't see anyone as competition. I don't look at other people. A lot of people, all they do is compare themselves and look at what other people are doing. I have no time. I have enough stuff to do. Like, I don't care what other people are doing. And I think that's why people, you know, come to my channel. I mean, look, you know, my channel grows every day on YouTube. So obviously I'm doing something right. So I'm not trying to be anyone else. I can't be. You know, I can't. You see me, I'm this person. I got a lot of energy. You know, I'm like a freaking dog that's chasing its tail, but I'm having fun, and that's all. That's all. I'm not in competition with any other toy hunters, toy photographers, toy pig. I actually don't even like toy stuff. Like, you know, you watch my live stream. I live toys, so I'm not gonna be. I don't watch toys or look at other toy things. I look at art. I watch like other Pokemon videos. Like you know, my videos are weird. I watch weird stuff on YouTube.
No, yeah, I totally get that, man. I mean, but you're honestly always putting in the work as well. You know, you're constantly putting out content and videos. Like every day you have a new video. So it makes sense that you're constantly growing and stuff, you know? You're constantly entertaining, like you said. You're constantly putting out content to entertain, and you're consistent with it too. That's the other big thing, is you're consistent.
Yeah, a lot of people, people don't know consistency is everything. You know, like people need to know, like, oh, I'm going to post a video today, or, you know, some people post like, you know, 3 videos on their YouTube channel, then go, how come I don't have 1 million subscribers? It's like, I put out a video every day. You know, I'm going to the store, I'm recording, I'm doing this, when we get off here, I was thinking about going live on YouTube. You know, I'm always thinking of, you know, doing something. I don't want to waste any of my time.
No,
you know,
yeah,
like I'm just trying to.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I think Saturday's the only day I really don't put out a video, and that's only because I'm spending that day editing my podcast from Friday.
Oh, well, the weekend I found, like, lately I said I'm gonna just chill on the weekend, because it's like, you got to give yourself a day. So now I'll pick like Saturday or Sunday, and I'll just try to do nothing, but I still get some stuff done. But, you know, like, I just try to relax, lay on the couch, and like, you know, just try to take a day off sometimes. But Saturday, I think Saturday is good to post on YouTube. Saturday morning is a good day, but Sunday, I don't think you have to post.
See, I found it the opposite, at least for me. Like, when I first started my podcast, I was posting them on Saturday, and I feel like a lot of people post on Saturday, so my video was kind of getting lost in the shuffle. But the thing I did notice was that I was always constantly not finding new content on Sundays when I was personally on YouTube.
There you go.
Like, you know what? Yeah,
I like that.
Like, you know what? Why don't I post on Sundays? And since then, I got a shift in views and stuff. Before I was getting like 14, 15. Now I'm getting, actually last week's episode is about to hit 100 views for the first time. So I'm actually pretty excited about that.
Heck yeah, dude. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I think I just hit like 760 subscribers. So slowly getting there.
Oh, great. Yeah, when we get off, I'll go sub.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So,
yeah, I don't know anything that's going on with toy YouTube. I don't know any, like, you know, I don't know about like other toy people. So, you know, I'll follow you though. I got you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I mainly do reviews and stuff, but also on Fridays I'll do like behind the scenes toy photography of me like setting up the figures.
Oh, that's
I do
fun.
my toy photos and stuff.
Good.
I do like, yeah, you know, I do like 10 photos per review and stuff. That's just kind of just like my own mental thing that I gave myself.
Nice.
It's a blessing and a curse, you know. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes you get those figures that you're just like, fuck, I have to come up with 10 different fucking poses. It's like, shit, okay, let's start to think.
Yeah, Mcfarlands are hard for that. They really just look pretty. You can't really get them to do much.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice statues at this point. They're good looking statues. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look how much we had to edit all the Batman figures. We literally had to, like, you know, do mods and all this stuff, which is that's one of the fun things about toy collecting, is modding stuff and doing all that. So I do like that aspect as well.
See, that's cool that you're able to do that, because me personally, I have absolutely no artistic ability when it comes to like drawing and stuff like that.
Neither did I, dude. Neither did I when I first started. I'm telling you, you just got to keep, watch some TikTok. A lot of people give a lot of information. Oh, wow, we got a lot of people jumping in here. Joe, happy birthday.
Oh, what's up, Joe? Happy birthday.
Yeah, Real Shift is in the chat. What's up? Oh, we got JPD Customs is in the chat. Wow, it seems like it must have went out to people. It must have got the notifications.
You telling them to share it probably worked.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what I heard from bigger accounts. They were saying like, you got to share these things out. You got to, get because the audience engagement is everything, which is annoying because it's like, then you're trying to put on a show and it's just, we jumping through the hoops. You know what it is.
No, yeah, exactly, man. That's why I tend not to do that because like I tend to forget like you have to like self promote in the middle of your videos and everything, and it kind of feels kind of awkward and cheesy at first, but
yeah,
you
got to do
now
it.
You're
though.
used to it.
You got to do it. I'm telling you, you can't. And that's the thing. It's like you got to have, what I found is you have to have no shame and no ego. Like every video I feel like I have to win everybody over again. You know what I mean? I don't take anything for granted. I don't think I have these people, I'm just trying to entertain them for 10 minutes. I don't think it's more than that. I don't think I'm awesome because, I have everyone loves me. They love everything about me, everything I do. No, I entertain them. It's candy. They eat the candy, they move on. So a lot of people, they let numbers get to their head, and a lot of people think like things are below them and stuff like that. And once you stop doing all that stuff, things start moving. You know what I mean? Like, leave your ego at the door unless you don't want to grow. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it totally makes sense, man. I mean, you can't be so caught up.
Shill for yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
You never be embarrassed to shill for yourself. You got to let people know that you're here. Let them know, show me some love, share my videos out. Like, you got to talk to the people, man, or else they're not going to know. Like, if you don't tell people like what you need, they're not just gonna know. And that's what the video, the YouTubers I watch, I learned that from them and stuff. So, you'll listen, you gotta grow, man. If you saw my videos when I first started, so awkward. They're gone. But
you deleted those.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my first video when I came back, because I had my channel for 10 years. So it was a vlog channel. It was an art channel. It was like all these different things over the years. But when 2 years ago or so, when I started back with the Coof, when I started taking it serious, I did a Dragon Ball Z movie review. And the movie, it was so awkward. It was my first video back. I'm like, I'm going to start posting on YouTube again. And I didn't like what I said in it. And then it was just, I was like, it was awkward. But it's good to know like where you're at now. Like now I'm so comfortable. I make videos all day long. You know what I mean? It's just second nature. So, there you go.
No, I totally get that. Yeah, I just told him thanks, man. I really appreciate it, Joe. But no, I totally get that, man. Like even if you look back at my first few videos here on YouTube and stuff, or even just my first few podcasts, like that was one of my biggest things. Because like I can tell you're an extrovert. You're very much out there. You like to be out there and center of attention at times.
Not really. I actually had to get like this, believe it or not. I know everyone usually, people usually, I'm like, I know how to be an extrovert, but me as a person is just like, I'm pretty, that's the thing that people don't ever understand. Like a lot of times these YouTubers and stuff, like you got to get like that. I had to like get myself to be comfortable in front of a camera and talk. And obviously the more you do it, you gain that confidence, which is cool, but I was not, I wasn't always this person, I had to work myself to get here, especially in front of a camera. So, don't overthink it. You get there eventually and not to you, I'm speaking to just people watching it.
Yeah.
So, now I'm just crazy, but, yeah, my whole thing is like I could get along in front of people. I don't need attention. That's the thing. Like some people need attention, and I can't help it. Like I'm like over the top sometimes, and so it's like I just learned to live with it. It's like kind of Kanye, like he's always been like how he is. Then now he leans into it because it's like you can't fight it, right? Like you can't I can't like not be this person. So it's like instead of fighting it and being all, I just go with it. And if people don't like me, then they don't like me. You know what I mean? There's so much content out there that people move on. Even people you think hate you, they don't care. Nobody cares about you. And that's a cool thing. It's very freeing, you know?
No, yeah, I totally get that, man. That's what I was trying to say when I first got into this. But I, I got used to being behind the camera for reviews and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Kind of like you, I'm not an extrovert. I'm an introvert, but I've kind of been forced to learn to be an extrovert through different things, especially when you get into fitness and stuff. Everybody always wants to ask the buff guy for tips and stuff, so going through college and everything, every class, everybody wants to talk to you, be, this and that and stuff. And so, I had to learn to come out of my shell and, just be, someone else, like somewhat of a different persona than myself, and just be like, this is what I have to do for here. And it's helped me, especially now that I do this, like I said, I got comfortable being behind the camera, doing reviews and stuff. But the whole reason I started this was to connect with other people and stuff. And I figured the best way would be to put myself in front of the camera, put a face to my voice and everything. And then, on top of that, this year, I was like, now it's time to take the next step. I started my podcast and everything, and now I want to start talking to people live, because with me, like, that's always been the big thing. Like, I love my podcast because I can edit, cut stuff out and say, what I mean?
When you're live, man,
you're on your toes. You got to be on. Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, watching you, or even, I don't know if you know who the Toy Page is, but here on Instagram, but he does a live show as well. And just seeing you guys do your show and, how fun it is and how laid back it is, that's why I said you guys kind of both inspired me to do these, and that's why I said, it's just a chill kind of, live, kind of like yours, no real agenda, just hanging out, talking toys or talking Batman or whatever, Goose Baba, whatever you want, And so, I mean, that's been this, and here we are, episode 11, and I feel like this has honestly been my most comfortable episode in front of the camera. Like, I feel like I'm finally, like, not all stiff. Like, if you go watch episode 1 or 2, I'm sitting there like a boy.
No, I've seen you. Yeah, dude, you're great. You're great, man. You're good. And listen, you're good. And I know I can't stop. You could talk to Joe. Joe got better. Joe got really good. I made him like a pro freaking live streamer for just having to deal with me and trying to like get in when I stop talking and stuff. I can't help it, but yeah, you were handling me very well. So I think you're great, man. Keep it up. 11. You're gonna hit, dude. There's so many people. You're very chill. You're gonna get along with a lot of people. You're gonna have a lot of guests. So I can't see someone saying no to you. You're very nice. You're very chill. You're gonna get along with a lot of people. You're gonna have a lot of guests. So I can't see someone saying no to you. You're very nice. You're chill. You're cool. You're big time, man. Don't forget me when you're big time.
Oh, of course not, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate all that. I mean, honestly, if you ever want to come back on this, just hit me up. We'll definitely come on, talk some Goose Faba, talk whatever you want. If you want to announce another wave of Goose Faba, whatever you want to do, man, we'll come on, talk some toys, just shoot the shit. Yeah. Just let me know and stuff. I really have fun doing this now. And I mean, thankfully, what I've learned also is, like, in this community, a lot of people are, like you said, they don't let the numbers get to their heads. I've messaged a lot of people that have, a few thousand followers, in the double digits and stuff. And they've come on and been on my show and exactly just been, a normal person, just having fun, talking toys and stuff. And, me being a smaller channel, I'm like, well, they're probably not going to even look at my message. And next, we're having a dialogue conversation. They're coming on the show. They're having a great time, much like you, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, I've been watching you since, you started before the Coof and all that. So like right around that start, you know what I mean? And it's crazy to think that the people that I was watching then and stuff now, I'm getting to talk to. I just talked to Sir Dork last week. Okay. That was somebody I watched when I first got into toy photography. And the first thing I did when I found out about it is like, well, how do I do this? So I went to YouTube, and his were the first videos that popped up back then. And, I grew up, or not grew up, but I grew into the hobby, like watching him, learning from him. And I got to talk to him last week on my podcast, which is really cool. And same thing with you. I watched you when you went viral with your under the shelf hunting and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, that was great.
Yeah, that's when I found you, man. And since then, I've been watching.
That's when everyone found me. That blew the channel. Yeah. That was it. The doors were off the hinges. And I'm so thankful for that every day. That was changed my life. For real. Changed my life. No, yeah. One video. Great, 10 years on YouTube. One video it took. That's why I tell people, it's like a lot of people are trying to think it's a race. It's not a race. It's a journey, Goose Faba was with me since, over half my life. Like, things happen when you're like not I just said, I'm going on YouTube. I'm just going to chill. I'm stuck in the house. What else are we doing? And now I'm doing videos every day, live streams. I get stuff sent to me from all these types of places. I got my own action, 3 waves of my own action figure, another one of my characters coming out. Life is wild when you just let it be wild and you don't stress it. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to be cool. Like, oh, look at me. I got followers. I lost 7 of my Instagram accounts. You know, like the numbers mean nothing to me. Like, and a lot of people, and I had the displeasure of, like, you said everyone was nice to you. I've met a lot of douches in the toy community, and I'm not going to talk smack, but a lot of people think their numbers are they think they are cool, and you'll come in contact with them soon, I'm sure. But my whole thing was, when people act like that, it just makes me want to have fun and be even more silly. And that's why I made my live streams. I have my own seat at the table. When I take over everything, those people that, I see people that shame their fans, or their followers, and they're divisive on their posts. And my whole thing was like, screw that. My opinion doesn't, like, I don't have any stupid opinions about things that could be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have any hot takes that are just going to piss off half of the people following that. We're in this toy community trying to get away from the world. Mm-hmm. And there's so many accounts that think they got a number. So it's like, oh, I'm better than everybody. Look at all these peasants. And then they think, like, they make these posts on purpose to alienate people. And I want all those people. If you've ever been alienated from a toy company or a toy person, come to me, hang out on my streams. That's my thing. There's always, people will always be weird and make a market that, like, they'll make a void, like a hole. And I will take those people, like, I have people that come in and disagree with stuff. And it's like, I don't care, but let's just have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you're doing. Have fun. Check your ego at the door. Instagram means nothing, bro. The numbers, you don't even know. There's people who follow you. It's like, it means nothing. And people need to get out of their own way and just have fun, dude. Just have fun. So, yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, man. No, you're totally
that
right.
Was a pretty pretentious, that was a pretty pretentious little speech there. But I don't like when I see, like, when I was into the dioramas, some guy was inspired by someone's diorama and he copied it, right? Because he was inspired. And he made a post publicly shaming that guy or something like that. And it made me so, like, I don't know. I now I'm not even recalling perfectly, but it was just something like that. And it was just like, some people are just like dorks. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm sure you're a normal person. You had a nice, normal upbringing, and, like, you found this cool hobby and you're having fun. You forget, like, I remind myself sometimes, we're in this nerdy hobby, and there's a lot of people who are nerds that now might get that revenge of the nerd syndrome, where, like, now they got some followers and they think now that they're gonna shove the jock's head into the locker or something. I don't know. And I just don't like people being, like, douchey. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I didn't mean to go negative, but I'm just like, there's so much space on here. There's no competition. And I think I'm just a little jaded because I've been doing this for a little longer, so you're still fresh and young, and hopefully you don't meet these weird people, but it's just like, it's so unnecessary, and my whole thing is, if you ever feel, pushed away or alienated, come to me. You'll only get fun stuff. I'm here to entertain you for the little amount of time I got you. So.
All are welcome at Rocco and the CoolFigurez page.
Yeah.
No, yeah, man. I mean, I think it's also based on your experience, because I do remember back then you were helping pump little channels and people as well. And I remember
everyone stabbed me in the back. Every single one of them.
What happened with that? Because, like I said, I watched all the time and stuff, but there was a few times where I missed and stuff. But, like, what was it that they did that stabbed me in the back?
We just keep moving forward. Just, now I told people, like, just Joe and Manny, I'm keeping my, because I'm on here to have fun. So I would just invite people and talk to people. I like talking to people. It's fun. Like, you get to meet, and just, like, people are weird. And I think it's got to be an insecurity thing. Like, people, like, they look at you, right? Like, people see me and they're like, oh, he's successful, he's where I want to be and stuff, and then they get mad. No matter what, like even if you're trying to help people or just, I don't know, like it's just weird. People are weird, you know?
No, yeah. I mean, that totally makes sense. You know, it seems, but you have to remember also, it's usually those people that aren't willing to put in the work that you've put in. You know, a lot of people just see that end work, you know, and that's,
Yeah.
you know, that's where I can see the crossover between what I do in bodybuilding and what you do with this.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
everyone just sees the end. They don't see the months of me training, of me dieting, of me doing cardio and all this stuff. But then I step on stage and they see that, and it's like, it didn't happen
oh yeah,
overnight.
you're naturally muscly. You don't, they don't know the work
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be very I'm trying to think of the word. Working out teaches you
Discipline.
Thank you. Bingo. So yeah, like I think if you're I think like bodybuilders, and I'm gonna send you some pictures because I used to be pretty big, believe it or not.
Yeah,
when I was, man. I took it very seriously. It was like a lot of fun, but I gave that up. But now I wouldn't even know, dude. I like forgot so much. I wouldn't even know what to do. But yeah, the discipline and humbles you, right? Because you got to you don't get there with working out unless you put the work in. So it's a very literal, and this is kind of more of like a, you know, imaginary hustle. Like, you know, like we're not seeing the improvements, but they're happening because like, you know, again, 10 years on YouTube and listening to big channels to finally one video to take off. But you know what? Some people would let that one video just slide and then never do another thing. When I got that one video that took off, I never let it not take off. I posted 1, 2, sometimes I was posting 3 videos a day. You know, like I never let it die down, and you just got to keep hustling and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, you're weird. I don't even know where we got through. I'm just saying, guys, be nice to people. Don't be jerks, and don't let your numbers get to your heads. But you know, they're obviously not going to get that if they saw that. You know, everyone thinks they're like the coolest person. You know.
No, yeah, I get that, man. But I mean, like you said, at the end of the day, you know, we're just playing with toys. We're just, you know, taking picture of toys, dude, and stuff.
And that's the thing. So I've been in like the toy community for like over 10 years, and I've seen just so much weird stuff. Like, you would never think there'd be so much drama about action figures, but there are, dude. But that's why I made the YouTube channel, and I made like my own. They say, if you don't beg for a seat at the table, make your own table. And you know, that's one of my favorite quotes, because that's what I did on my YouTube channel. It's only going to grow. My live streams are only going to grow, and I'm creating my space. It doesn't matter what's going on, other people are doing, and that's all I care about.
No, yeah, that's great, man. And once again, I think that's the reason people are attracted to you, because they see that, you know, and they see you just doing what you want, and they see you having fun, and it's not like a forced or fake fun. You are genuinely having fun, and it shows through your videos, through your live streams and everything. And that just, you know, naturally brings people in. You know, that's what people want to see. They don't want to see fake stuff, you know, as much as that's what Hollywood is and everything. When they come to stuff like this, you know, they want to talk to real people. They want to see real things.
Well, that's what makes us different, right? Like, that's my whole thing. It's like I want to fill the void Hollywood. Think about it. On a Friday night, you know, I could have up to 60 people watching me, just hanging out and just talking about nothing, instead of watching Netflix, instead of going to the movies. That tells you that they're messing up. You know what I mean? With so much to do in the world, you know, like people choose, and that's what I listen to live streams all day long, but I watch different kinds. I watch like YouTube drama, like things where it's like, I can't even explain it to people, that it's like so niche. But I watch like weird, like live streams that are like 7, like I just shot one. Look, hold on. I got one on my computer right now. Hold on. Like right before I was on here. Look, I have 2 open right now. Hold on. Look, those are 2 live streams right there. And the one on the left is 7 hours long. Hold on. Can I look at the bottom over there?
Oh my God.
Can you see it? I don't even know, but yeah, I'm watching 2 at a time. That's how wild I am. But yeah, I don't know. I like the live streams. It's fun.
No, yeah, I'm finding myself watching more YouTube nowadays than anything. Like I can't watch TV. Every once in a while I'll go to a streaming service, but any like modern TV I just can't watch.
They live. Shut the TVs off.
That's a great movie, man.
We're living it now. It's not even a movie anymore. But
right.
Yeah.
So, man, I mean, we pretty much covered everything. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to go over, talk about?
Dude, I could talk forever. So it's probably best for your sake having to upload this to YouTube. We probably end it. But I do want to get you on the stream one day, on my live stream, for sure. I know I was just saying, like, we're not really doing guests anymore, but I'm sure one day it'll just be perfect timing. Like, when you're in the live stream, like, just say hello sometimes, because then maybe if I'm looking for somebody and I see you in the chat, I'll be like, you want the link? That's how it works. I'm not a plan. You know how you were telling me, hey, are you good in like 2 weeks? I said, I don't even know if I'll be alive. Like and JDA Customs or JDP Customs in the chat, he asked me too, like months, bro, people just in the future, if you're watching this, I am not good with planning stuff. I did put your thing in my phone, my calendar thing. I didn't even know we had one in the phones, but yeah, I'm not really good with plans. I'm a very, if you can't tell from my personality, I'm a very like spontaneous on the moment person. So just if one day I'll be like floundering on a live stream and I'll be like, hey, you want the link? And we'll do it there. So, but I appreciate you having me on, dude. I appreciate it. And I'm really genuinely excited for you. And if you just keep this up, because I told you before you even asked me, I've seen you pop up all the time. You're putting your work in, you're grinding, and just, you know, keep it up, man. Just keep it up. I'm happy for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. And like I said, it was because of channels like you that inspired me. I saw you putting in the work and grinding, and like you learn from other channels, I've learned from you and stuff. So thank you as well for, you know,
I appreciate
being able to do all that, you know, showing us that, and, you know, giving us, you know, fun and entertaining content that we don't have to sit there and analyze and think about. We can just shut our brains off and enjoy and escape from the world. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know, I think that's the best part about your channel, dude, is that you just are just you.
That's all I care about, dude. And I appreciate, first of all, since you said you've been such like, you watch me and stuff, I appreciate your support. You know, I appreciate you hanging out in the chat, and I appreciate you being chill. People, when I meet a person that seems normal and fun, and like, you give me hope, where, you know, I lost a lot of hope of people. You know, like, I just feel like the world's going into like endless chaos, and we just need people who just want to get back to when life was good and we were all just, you know, it's not so serious, dude. It's not serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially toys, but I'm just, even life, like, let's just have fun.
Exactly, man.
Milk
I think
trucks.
Nowadays,
let's just talk about milk trucks, bro. Why are people fighting when there's boobies, bro? How could you be mad? Go turn your computer on, take a 5-minute break, and take the stick out of your ass, bro. We need to just have fun again. I want to laugh with people. It's like,
yeah, man.
It's wild.
Trust me, man. I totally get that. It feels like we're just stuck in some odd dimension kind of universe right now.
It's the loudest people are negative. That's why they want to silence us when we do speak up. Speak up. Be yourself all the time. That's the only thing to anyone watching this. You know when things go back to normal? When you start acting back to normal. You know, like, I hate people saying, oh, we can't say that anymore. You can. Just say it. Just say it. Be how we were. When we were growing up, everything was fine. Now everything's not fine? No. Who said? So just be yourself. Don't be an asshole. And that's it. And then you'll inspire more people to be themselves. And fear is scary. That's why it's called fear. You can't let fear stop you from doing things. You know, I wouldn't have my action figure. I wouldn't have the YouTube channel. I wouldn't have this neon sign. You know how many companies I had to email to get this neon sign? I was like speaking Chinese to people. I was literally speaking Chinese. I had to auto-translate and stuff to get this. So just have fun. Dude, email. What you got to start doing is email every company you could find an email to. Start getting some comps. Be like, I have this. You talk yourself up. You know what you said, and I let it slide before, but I'm going to call you to it because Joe, I called him to the carpet. You said, I have a small channel. Fuck that. I don't ever want to hear that talk again. Seriously. Don't, I'm just being real with you. Don't ever say that. You don't have a small channel. You have, look at this. You have a great show here. You have a branding, Toys and Coffee. You have 11 episodes. When people use those words, guess what? You put it in everyone's head. You have a small show. You don't have a small show. You don't have small shoulders either. You know what I'm saying? So you have to talk yourself into existence. You got to, and this is all from Manny, Manny Figure Kingdom. You got to, your language is so important. That's why I don't like the heroes being deconstructed, because that's fucking up the system, the ecosystem, and kids' brains. Like, they're not getting the heroes we grew up with. You know what I mean? Everything has a reason. Language is very important. So when they want to stifle language, I am very free speech, even things I don't want to hear, like even things I don't like or agree with. Everyone has to be allowed to say them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear the small. Joe used to always say small talk, small channel. He's got over 100K now on YouTube, and he's monetized. Wow. He used to have like 300 when I first met him. So it's all your. I say this is Rocker the Great, superstar artist. I'm a fucking dude. I'm a superstar, bro. Talk yourself up because you believe in yourself. You're a great dude. Just from knowing you, you're a great dude. So
thank you, man.
And hopefully, please don't take this wrong. Everyone takes me wrong all the time. I think you're so much better. And when I heard that small channel, it hurt me. It hurt me. I was like, I don't want to hear shit.
Thank you.
Not from cool people. Like, so your language and everything you put out, it's like everything has a meaning. Like, and the same thing in your real life, like in front of your wife or your girlfriend. I don't know what even people around you, like, if you talk down about yourself, you're putting that in their head. You make it real. And I'm talking to anybody, but it's just like, everyone's amazing at being themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only be me. You can only be you. And I don't know what you do, like, so when you say small channel, now in my head, I'm like, this guy's small. Why am I here? You know what? I'm out of here. No. So it's like, and that goes for anybody who's watching this now or later and stuff. It's like, we have to be our biggest hype man. You know what I mean? I'll say it all day. I fucking love Goose Faba. I live this shit. I got a neon sign. I got the shirt. I have action figures. Literally, my carpet in my room, in my bedroom, is the Goose. I got a custom-made carpet. I love him. I breathe him. I've known him longer than I've known my wife. Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, I'm sorry. I talk too much. But listen, we're gonna get you on the show, and we're gonna help. If you ever need tips with YouTube, feel free to ask, because I stopped giving advice to people because that's what makes people mad. They think like I'm just telling them stuff I learned, because I think everyone could win. A lot of people are very insecure, and they think like, if I won't win if that guy's winning, and it's like, that's so stupid, bro. You're not the same person. So it's like, everybody could win. We're not in a race with each other. It's just I don't know. And I'm tired of it. So I can't shut up about it. Like, I have to say it. That's why I do 5-hour live streams, bro. I got enough shit to say for hours.
No, man, that's why I invited you on, because I know you can talk for a while. And that's what I love about these live streams that I do, is that we can talk. And kind of like you said, you have your toy news, toy talk podcast, or live streams, but it's not always about toys. I mean, when was the last thing we talked about toys? Was your Goose Faba.
Yeah, well, that's different. Yeah, because that's like, that's the only thing I want to talk about. I don't care what the toys are making, like, it's like, I'm living this shit. This is awesome to me. I'm designing stuff. I'm breathing it all day. And I want it, when we're off here, I need your address, because I'm going to send you a little package of stuff. Thank you, man. A little Goose Faba package for you, for having me on.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate being invited on. Like, when somebody DMs me and goes, hey, you want to talk Goose Faba? I'm like, I'm flattered. Let's talk Goose Faba. I don't want to talk about myself. I don't care about myself. I care about Goose Faba. It's really cool to have something that, like when I see people tag me in a picture they did toy photography of, it's amazing. It's awesome. So I'm just living life every day. Literally, I go to bed, I thank God, and I wake up and I thank God. And not to get religious, I'm just I'm very thankful. You know, it
No,
doesn't
yeah.
matter what religion you are or spiritual. I don't even know. I don't go to church. But I'm just very thankful every day just for having a fucking good time. I'm enjoying shit. So it's cool. I'm telling you, you'll get there too once you start monetizing stuff, and when it starts taking off and you have your regulars. And it's like, that's why, like, who wants to be successful right away? The journey is so much fucking fun. It's that's what the whole thing is. Like, once you're at the end, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, like,
oh yeah,
you're at the funnest part right now. You're like, every day you start, you like you said today, you said today's my best show. Like, I'm the most confident, I'm the most natural. And it's like, you surprise yourself every time you try something. And that's why I love taking on a new challenge. Like, you know how fucking scary it is to make the toy?
oh
And
yeah.
I sold out. So now every one that I make in the future, I have to fucking sell out. So just the thinking about it freaks me out and makes me super excited. You know, like, it's do things that make you fucking scared. You know, like, that's the most, I think that's the most fun you're having when you're living life, is like, I do things now that I'm terrified of, you know, like, it's scary putting yourself out there, dude. When I first started live streaming, I was live streaming to one person, 2 people, 5 people. I remember when I hit 5, my mind was blown on YouTube, you know, then 7. And I was at 7 for like a long time. And I thought that was cool. And you know, it's wild. Every day I surprise myself with, look, I'm having a fun conversation with you. You live in the other side of the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing that I've noticed about this, you know, is like, I've been able to connect with people all over the world, you know,
Yeah.
all over, well, not the world, so yet at least, but at least I've talked to people
I'm
from
sure
the East
there's
Coast, the Mid Coast, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that's the great thing, is it's able to connect us and, you know, bring us together, and we can have great conversations about all these things and stuff like that.
Can I get something real quick? Can you tell people to do the spiel?
Oh, you want me to
do the chat? I want to hear it.
Fuck. All right. Oh man, you're putting me on the spot now. See, now I'm like, my confidence was up here. Now it's like,
no. Come on. What do you want everybody to do right now?
Okay, so everybody, please share this live video with all
Don't even
the
say
people that
please.
you can.
Hold on. Don't even say please.
Don't even say please. Just
tell
just
them right now.
Tell them.
They have to do it. It's not. You're not asking them.
Okay. God damn.
I'll move out. You got this.
All right. Like this video, share this video out with everybody that you can, guys, and leave comments. Anything you want to comment, leave comments. If it's just an emoji, whatever you guys want, leave comments. Engage with this. That way, the algorithm is happy, and not YouTube, but Instagram pushes this out.
There we go.
There we go.
I love it. You have to.
Thank you, man.
I remember my first few times saying it in YouTube. It feels unnatural, right? Like, it feels, you feel like a little sleazy, but it's not. It's literally, we have to do it. So it's like, the more you do it, you get yourself into it, and it's like, yeah.
No, that was like the perfect word to describe it, man. I felt like sleazy.
You
like
feel sleazy, but it's like, you got to get rid of that, because
man.
It's not. Listen. Chat right now. Hold the heart button. Hold on. Let's stop the show real quick. Hold that effing like button right now. Hold it. That heart. I want your finger there, and I want to see the bubbles go up like it's freaking like Big Mama's house sitting on the toilet right now. Don't make me go into my Big Mama's house movie review, because I will. But we got 11 people. Look, there it is. We got 11 people hanging out right now.
There we go.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, I mean, thank you, man. I appreciate all that help, man. I do. Like you said, you know, I got to get into that and start doing that myself. But, you know, like I said, I've learned from you, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to learn from you. And I'm not going to use this and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm not as successful as him right away. Like, you know what I mean? That makes no sense to me. I'm just going to take what I've learned from you, utilize it, and eventually I'll get, you know, where I want.
It's not even my words, dude. I learned from, you know, YouTubers that are, you know, super big, and they were nice enough. Like, I'm always paying attention to stuff, you know, like, it's easy. Like, when someone tries to help you, it could come off as like, oh, this guy thinks he knows better than me. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to, like, I want other people to win too. I don't care. You know, like, if other people don't win, and that's why I stopped. But dude, you're super nice, and you said you were chilling in my stream, and if you chill in my stream, that means you're good people. So, you know, of course you're gonna win, dude. You're so chill, you're so nice, and you got a huge platform right here. You got a huge show, and you're gonna do. And I know I've seen you consistently doing these. That's why when you asked me, I knew right away what your thing was. So, you know, whatever you're doing right now, it's perfect. It's working. So.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And welcome to Sleeping Collectibles. He just joined. He's been a previous guest, and he's also a toy hunter and on YouTube and stuff. So he's really fun and stuff. I don't know if you've checked him out before.
Yeah, I talked to him before.
Yeah, so he's been on the channel or on this live stream before too, and that was a fun time talking to him and stuff. So yeah, man, thank you so much, like I said, for all your help and all your words of wisdom. Like I said, I will take those and learn. And yeah, I need to get out of my shell and you know, sleaze myself out a bit and ask for the parts.
It's not even that. It's just a business, right? We're playing Instagram's game, and a toy junkie says, "What's your channel on YouTube?"
CoolFigurez, same exact thing as here on Instagram. Everything is CoolFigurez. TikTok here and
Perfect.
Instagram.
That's good. Yep. That's good branding. Right? Yeah. Toy junkies, give them a sub.
Thank you. Yeah, I have one other page. It's called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez, but that's where I post my more like thought out.
Good.
Toy pics, you know what I mean? Like, because I have my regular like CoolFigurez, I post all the toy review pics that I take during the videos and stuff, so you have the full images. But then I found that like my actual toy photography was getting lost because I'm posting those every day, and so it was kind of getting lost in the shuffle. And so I started a separate page, and that's where I just post all my like thought out, planned out toy photography shots. You know what I mean? Just to separate it just a bit.
Do you listen? I'm all hyped up right now. Do you want to head over? You want to hop on my channel?
Sure, man.
I'll start up a live right now. You want to chill?
Yeah. I mean, can I use my phone? I can go on live on my phone, right?
I don't. You ever used StreamYards before?
No. What's that?
So maybe next time. I'll get you another time because I was gonna go do a live, but now I'm thinking if I start up a live, then I'm gonna crash. I know eventually I'm gonna crash, and I don't know if after this, bro, I've been exerting a lot of energy. I'm probably gonna crash. But it's only 9 o'clock, dude. When did we start? 7?
4. Yeah, well, 4 o'clock my time. 7 years.
2 hours. Damn, we've been talking for 2 hours. It felt like 10 minutes.
Tell me about it. Sometimes I look at the clock and it's only been an hour, and this time I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, it's been 2.
Sheesh, I don't shut up, dude. Oh my god, you could tell me, bro. You could be like, bro, chill.
Good. Oh, like I said, that's the whole reason I brought you on, because you do those 5-hour live streams, and you know it's never forced. It's always so chill and flowing and stuff, and that's why I was like, you'd be a great co-host guest to come on and just talk and stuff. And like I said, I really do enjoy your views on things. I share a lot of the same views as you on toys, movies, and all that stuff. And I've been following you for a while, and it's great to finally be able to have this conversation despite us being on different sides of the country. You know what I mean? So. No, thank you for coming on and just talking. I really do appreciate it. Like, don't feel bad about it. Like, that's what I wanted.
Cool. Yeah, because I appreciate that. And yeah, I could just keep talking. So if you're gonna end it, you just gotta tell me, because I don't stop. I don't have an off button unless I just literally fall into the bed or something.
You literally crash, right?
Yeah, I gotta just crash. I could keep going, bro. Sonic Simon. Oh, it's Epic Toy Art said, oh, it's Rocco. What's up, Epic Toy Art?
Well, I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about, man?
So, yeah, but I don't know if you know about it. So, dude, first of all, my Instagrams keep getting taken down. So I'm glad you found me. You had to you and the other person that invited me on their show had to track me down, because I just keep losing Instagrams left and right. So I'm almost afraid to post on this because I don't want to lose this account. It's my last one. I had 3, and now this is my last one. That's not a good look. But I'm just really afraid. Every time I post, I'm just gonna go like, is this gonna get suspended? I don't know what's going on. I'm still working on getting the other ones. But you ever hear of the online stuff called back rooms? It's like an online horror genre.
No.
It's called Back Rooms, and it's super weird, creepy. It's like this whole, like, you remember Slender Man?
Yeah.
And then, like, it started creating, like, these online videos where people would make, like, similar type videos, and it's, like, weird and creepy. And, like, I'm learning about it right now. But, oh, Epic Toy Art wants to come on. Hook that up after the stream. Send them a DM.
DM me. Yeah, DM me, man. I'm actually looking for a guest to come on next week. My next week's guest had to reschedule, so if you're open for next Wednesday, man, let me know.
Epic Toy Art, make it happen. But
yeah, DM me after the show.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go live on my channel, and I'm gonna watch these weird, creepy videos that they're called backroom video. It sounds so weird. I said backdoor on Joe's channel, and everyone was roasting me. And I was like, wait, no, that's not what it is. It's not backdoor. It's back rooms. And they're like these weird videos. So I think I might just go live for a little while and watch those. And that's probably not the best show to have you on as a guest. I think I'm just, oh, look, good. You got Epic Toy Art. Awesome.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, just send me a DM and we'll hammer out the details.
There you go. I love it. Listen, you're making it happen, bro. You're making it happen.
Or while we're at it, guys, go ahead and smash that like button, guys. And leave comments. Thank Epic Toy Art for filling in for next week. I mean, like I said, I had a guest reschedule, so thank you, Epic Toy Art, for asking to be on. I really do appreciate it. It saves me the hassle of having to find another guest to come on.
Beautiful. I love when stuff works out. What's up, Cody? All right, I'm seeing some people from me popping in here. That's the cool thing about IG Live is like both of our people get notified.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that's what I've always seen. Like when I go live with somebody, like I get crossover, people come over to my channel, they get exposed to me and stuff. And that's really cool.
Yeah. If you're here from me, follow him. And if you're here from him, follow me.
Yeah. Follow both of us.
Someone subbed to your YouTube channel. Awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. So you're going to go live right now and watch that creepy stuff?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Is anybody here that watches me that would hop over? I'm sure it's because the things that are scary is when you just start a stream like cold like that with no promo. But I think I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get an iced coffee and then I'm gonna hop over there and if maybe if I see you in the chat and you're around, I'll send you a link. I don't know if you can figure it out with the StreamYards.
I mean, can I use my phone or does it have to be on the PC?
I don't know. I'm sure you could use it on the streams. You could use it on
I'll look it up on Google.
Look up StreamYards. I'm probably gonna start my stream in like 5 minutes. So I need a coffee or something. So dude, thank you for having me so much. And I'm telling you, you keep this up, it's gonna just take off because it has to. It's gonna.
No, man, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it. I'm not going to say what you don't want me to say, so thank you for coming on to my big channel. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for your countless hours of content that you put out for free for everybody. I think a lot of people tend to forget how much work goes into these and for free and stuff like that. And, thanks, Sleeping. Really do appreciate that. And, so thank you for the countless hours of entertainment, the live streams. Thank Joe for me as well. I'd love to have him on the podcast here as well sometime.
You definitely got to get Joe. Send him a DM. I'll let you know he's because it's his birthday. So like give him a DM. I'll let him know that you would have him on the show, and I'm sure he's always down to talk. Me and him love to talk. So
yeah.
Oh look, I'm getting a follow. Runk Shannon thank you.
Oh nice.
Runk Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate. Listen,
thank you.
I appreciate everyone hanging over here is great. So yeah, listen, 5 minutes over on my YouTube channel if you want to come hang out in the chat, and if you figure out, look up StreamYards and see if you get it, and then I'll send you a link because I'm sure I'm gonna burn out real quick on there.
Sounds good, man. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it. I know, like you said, you don't plan things, but I'm trying to run this a little more professional, so I have to think ahead and plan things.
You do it. Yeah, whatever works for you. That's the thing. You got to do what works for you. Joe's going to love you. He loves to. That's why Joe's great, because he likes to plan things. He likes structure and topics. I could just talk about, freaking, what did I have? Egg sandwich. How do you like your eggs? That was like a 40-minute topic on my channel once. I had a picture up. How do you like your eggs?
Definitely not a Toy Talk live stream.
Just like how I like them. But all right, I'll let you go. And I know you said you were going to talk to your people afterwards, right?
Yeah. I'd just like to thank them for coming and watching and stuff like that. So, the usual YouTube stuff that you got to do.
Listen, let me get out of here. I appreciate you so much, man. Good luck. And I'm going to let you get the floor now. Bye, dude. It was nice talking to you. DM me later your address. I'm gonna
I
send you
will,
something.
man.
Okay.
I'll DM you in a bit. Thank you so much.
All
All
right.
right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 11 of Coffee and Toys Live. And thank you so much to my guest, Rocco the Great. This has been one of the best lives I've ever done because of all his words of affirmation and positivity. And just everything about it was a great conversation. That's one of the reasons why I definitely wanted him here on the channel to talk to and stuff. So I had a great time. Like he said, 2 hours just went by like that. You know, we felt like 10 and it's been 2. So thank you so much to Rocco the Great. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all of you that have tuned in live, that are going to watch this on the replay or on the podcast. Thank you to all of you that have commented live, that have hit that like. I really do appreciate it. All my new followers and subscribers, thank you so, so much, because like I always say, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd just be a grown man talking to myself about toys. So thank you so much to each and every single one of you. Thank you for checking out my live streams. Come back next week for episode 12 of Coffee and Toys Live, I guess now with Epic Toy Art. So I will DM after this and we'll hammer out all the details and stuff, and I'll go ahead and post all that on my story as always. And so yeah, guys, thank you so much. And with that being said, follow me over on Instagram at CoolFigurez and Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. That's where I post my more thought out, planned out, more edited toy pics. If you like unboxings, follow me over on TikTok at CoolFigurez, and also subscribe to me on YouTube. As always, guys, I've been your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And as always, have a good fucking night.
Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of any figures I do reviews on for this channel, go ahead and check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all my unboxings. And join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon card, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store, check them out, guys.